Is it Christmas Day? It might as well be. Welcome to the Roar the Lions UK podcast. I'm Matthew Turner, he's Ashley Soden. This is week one for the Detroit Lions going up against the Green Bay Packers, and we are kicking off in about 10 minutes' time. Ash, how you doing, mate?
Oh, doing good, doing good. Just watched Ibuka maybe catch a game-winning touchdown for the Bucks, which helps my fantasy team greatly. So doink! Extra point, not good. Kicker's having a rough day today. Made it goes to Mason Crosby Horns, the Packers kicker, but not Jacob Bates. May he make sweet love to the turf all game long. Um, as you can tell, I'm very excited for this. Like it is Christmas Day for us football nerds. That watching FSU score touchdowns on 10 of their 12 drives yesterday as well. I know it's against the FCS opponent, but considering what we were like last year, that was nice. That was very nice.
I especially liked the stat earlier on that the Colts had scored on every single offensive drive so far, and I think they'd scored 33 points against Miami, which is just
Yeah,
outrageous. I don't know if that continued for the rest of the game, but hey,
I
let's...
they
Mhm.
stalled, but another good one. They
Mhm.
had not won in week one since 2011.
Yeah, it was 14 in a row or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, it was outrageous. Turning our attention to this game, Ash, because it is going to be obviously a big one for both teams. Two biggest, well, at least for the Lions, the Packers are maybe the biggest rivals in division. Maybe the Packers probably have a different opinion. But in terms of contenders for the division, most people have the Packers and Lions on top of it, not really knowing how JJ McCarthy is going to be with the Vikings. So game one in Green Bay, where the Lions have covered the spread each of the last three times they've met, and they've won four of the last five. And now the Green Bay Packers, we talked in the preview show about the issues that they might have in the DB room, and Nate Hobbs is a no-go. Just to go down the rest of the inactives for Green Bay, Nate Hobbs at the corner, safety Zane Anderson, offensive lineman Donovan Jennings, tight end Ben Sims, defensive lineman Warren Brunson, and Baron Sorrell. That last one was an injury which we expected him to be out for, but there we go. But yeah, Nate Hobbs, big miss.
yeah, very big miss, especially since we spoke him up on the preview, and I spoke him up in my preview article as well. Despite being mostly a slot corner for the Raiders in his career, he was projected to be their number one outside corner, and now he's gone down, which isn't good considering their DB room was kind of thin. Like you think our edge room is thin, then just take a look at the Packers cornerback room, because now, yes, they've still got their other starter, Keyshawn Nixon, on the outside, but he's upgrade is what we hoped Jamal Agnew would have been when we drafted him. 6'1", 180, very fast starters returner for them, obviously. And now he's outside corner. He's got the speed to keep up with a JMO or a Tesla, but has he got the physicality? I don't know. And then you look at the other guys that they've got in that sort of range now where they might be starting. You've got Carrington Valentine, who is probably the guy that's going to be up. Is basically Kindle Vildor.
Mm.
Like, you want that to be your fourth, fifth guy off the bench, not the first guy off the bench. You've got him. You've got Bo Melton, who to start camp was a receiver, and I know his brother Max plays for the Cardinals. Is a damn good corner, was in college as well. But when he might be a first guy off the bench now, or a guy in Kamal Haddon who's been on the Chiefs in their practice squad, or their seventh rounder that called off the practice squad, they are not good in the DB room. And considering how bad they are on the defensive line as well, in run defense, we might, we might have a couple of avenues to beat these Packers.
We might indeed. All right, I'm just going to do the stadium flying just to do it once. Why not? We are, of course, going to Lambeau Field for this game away, game one. I mean, game one is always a crapshoot in a way. So in some way, I, as the better team, I think, I do think it's our disadvantage that we play this because we may not be in our stride. As the Falcons go all the way down the field and are in field goal range with 36 seconds left and a timeout. Hell yeah! Oh man, that's going to be fun if Rodgers loses. Not Rodgers. If Tampa loses this game. Sorry, Rodgers won. Didn't he?
Disagree.
Damn. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, let's go through the Lions inactives for this game because we had a couple of questions about that. It's on the screen for everybody right now. We knew that Vaki and Nowaski were no-goes from the start. Defensive linemen who didn't make it, Chris Smith, Tyrus Wheaton, Mikai Wingo, and then safety Thomas Harper. Obviously, Wheat and Harp are new to the roster, so kind of expected that they might not be able to go. Smith not being able to go, there's a bit of redundancy in his position, perhaps. Wingo is a bit of a shame, but he hasn't actually trained that long. So in some ways, no surprises, but it means that the big news is that Jacob Saylors is a go. I know he's taking Vaki's spot, but, that is a big thing for him, signed to the main roster, and he's active for week 1.
Exactly, yeah. And maybe the good thing for him over Varkey is that he can offer snaps on offense in a way that Varkey can't yet because, Sellers has been a running back for more than a season and a half. But it is sad because obviously we know how much I like Varkey, but yeah, it's a great opportunity for him, even if it is we play him today, tomorrow he's waived, Tuesday signed back to the practice squad situation, like Eric theorizes when the news came out. It's a great chance for him to at least show what he can do. And he can do some stuff on special teams. He's just, not the all phaser that Varkey is. He can still do some kick returns if we need him to. He might be on some of the sort of coverage teams. Great opportunity for him. And I'm looking forward to it because he is someone that showed out in camp and it shows you do your reps, you do your job, and good things happen for you.
And the other underrated thing that someone has mentioned in the chat is that Giovanni Manu is active.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know if we're going to be doing as many of the 6 offensive lineman things as we did in previous years because, if you don't have someone that's trained in it and practiced in it like we do with Skip, who unfortunately, because he hasn't practiced this week, he wasn't called up off the practice squad. Well, just see when the Giants tried it to see what happens when you just randomly just put an athletic freak tackle out there to do it. Sometimes it doesn't work. So he might be the first guy off the bench at tackle. I don't think he will be, though. I think it will be special team snaps. And if we do need a tackle for any reason, injury, such, I probably do think it'll be Kairi Arashika who will be that first guy up because he's been in the system for longer. I know he's never played tackle for us in an actual game situation, but he was drafted as a tackle when he was with the Eagles. He played as the right tackle. So he's got tackle experience there and just that experience in the system. He probably will get the nod over Manu, but anything over being an inactive healthy scratch every single week like he was last year is good news for him, and he can still do stuff on like the field goal unit and such. We can still sprinkle him in to get him some live game reps. But yeah, it's good news for him. It's also just a shame for Jones and Skipper because they probably would have been more reliable guys to call upon in terms of injury than him. So our tackle depth does have a bit of a hit, unfortunately, today.
All right, let's have a look at the starting lineups, shall we? So for the Lions on offense, we're expecting them to line up something like this. The front 5 are Deco. Oh, why has that not updated? That's not good. I'll change that. Deco, Mahogany, Glasgow, Ratledge, and Sewell. Tight end Sam Laporta, wide receivers St. Brown, Williams, and Tislar. Running back will probably be for quarter 1 Dave Montgomery with Jared Goff at quarterback. And then on defense, front 4 of Davenport, Williams, Reeder, and Hutchinson. Linebackers Campbell and Anzalone. Nickel, Amik Robertson in nickel. When we're in base, obviously it will be Derek Barnes. And then DJ Reed and Terry and Arnold at corner. Branch and Joseph at safety for Green Bay. On offense, front 5 of Walker, Banks, Jenkins, Ryan, and Tom. Tight end, it's a toss-up, I actually think. Tucker Craft obviously really did get a handle of the job last year, but Musgrave obviously was injured, and they do like Musgrave a whole lot, so it's hard to call there. Wide receivers, Dobbs, Reed, and Golden. Running back, Josh Jacobs. Quarterback, Jordan Love. And then on defense, front 4 of Gary, Wyatt, Wooden, and Parsons. Linebackers, Walker and Cooper. Nickel, Javon Bullard. Corners, Nixon and Valentine. Safeties, McKinney and Williams. And just briefly going through that again, it still feels like they're so weak at that corner spot. I know that our esteemed guest in the preview show kind of was talking up Nixon's abilities, and there's no doubt that he has won that job for himself, and they don't feel like they need to improve there. But for me, he would not be an above average outside corner in this league, and he is now their leading cornerback.
Exactly, which is We know what they feel like at the corner position because that's how we feel at the edge position. It's perhaps the one we're going on about. And maybe that's the reason they got Parsons is because he was available. He was one of the two teams he supposedly wanted to go to. And obviously, the other one, the Cowboys weren't going to trade him to them because you don't trade in division for players like that. They managed to get him, and maybe it helped their corner situation a bit by the argument of, well, if we get home with a pass rush, the corners won't have to cover for so long. But, as we're actually getting close to kickoff with, I do know that we won the toss in the third, so we are kicking off defense on first.
Oh, and they are lining up.
Yeah. So there's ways to attack.
Have you got the feed up?
Yes.
Okay.
Ref is just talking to sexy Jake Bates.
I've just got him giving the ball to Bates now, so you might be a little ahead of me.
Bates is putting the ball down.
Okay, you're 5 seconds ahead of me.
I'll try and not react.
Well, or you could pause it. I don't know if that works. Actually,
try.
Does it? I don't know if that works.
One,
so maybe not.
2, 3, 4. There you go.
Kick. Yep. And received at the 6, and the receiver coming back to the 25 and breaking free to the 30. Jake Bates with the kind of got there with a tackle, forces him out about the 41-yard line. Great return. There is a flag on the play. Holding on the Packers.
Bo Belton gets the
So that sets back the Packers now inside the 20 at 10?
I believe so, yes. $17. It's the half distance penalty.
All right, here come the Green Bay offense for the first time. Under center.
Base formation.
Love takes the snap and hands it off to Josh Jacobs. Run up the middle, tackled on the edge and forced back after a gain of maybe half a yard. First in there was Terry Arnold. Well done, sir.
Love it. Exactly. As we were in base there, so your starter in that sort of flex position between Meek and Barnes is obviously Barnes, which is good news.
Apparently, Young Hoku missed the field goal to tie the game, so the Bucks beat the Falcons. 2nd down and 9 here. In pistol. Love. Fake handoff, play action, looking deep. Gonna go deep. And then, gets an outside route, like a 15 and out. There's a flag on the play. Dobbs against DJ Reed. It's on Detroit. Illegal contact on DJ Reed trying to stop Romeo Dobbs wearing that special helmet.
Guardian cap.
That's the one. 1st down and 10. Let's have a look. Reed, did try and almost trip him up and it didn't work. Lovely route by Romeo Dobbs.
Mm-hmm.
And under center again, Jordan Love, and another run play to the right-hand side. A great tackle by number 92. And Hutchinson tries to punch the ball out. Davenport with the tackle. 2nd down and 10. Really good run defense by the Lions first up, but can't let that play action hit you. George Kittle receiving touchdown for San Francisco.
Nice.
Here we go then. 2nd and 10 under center again for Jordan Love with wide receivers on the right-hand side of him. Love takes the snap. 6-step drop. Looking deep. Feathers it, but incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Overthrew it by about 1.5 yards.
Yeah. Fair play to the Packers picking a matchup there, getting their tight end matched up against Campbell.
Number 85, Tucker Craft. But overthrew. Third and 10. In shotgun. 11 personnel. Read in motion. Takes a snap. 4-step drop. Looking left. Coming over the middle. And throwing. And complete for a first down to number 13 in coverage.
Dontavian Wicks.
Dontavian Wicks against Terry and Arnold. And extends the drive. Let's have a look at this. Nice cut and a lovely timed throw by Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
First down and 10 now at the Lions 46. Love under centre, hands it off and run up the middle, and well done in run defence by Anzalone and Terry and Arnold. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Run defence has been really good, but coverage for the Lions has been lacking so far.
Yeah. Just letting them have half a step, and sometimes that's all they need.
At the 45, in pistol, takes a snap early and quick throw to the outside to Musgrave, is that?
John Fitzpatrick.
Oh, wow. Gain of 2, 3rd down and 6. Lions have got them in 3rd down a couple of times now. Can they get them off the field? Maybe in 4th down territory here, Ash.
Yeah. Maybe, but we know that that Lafleur can be a bit of a weak-minded coach, shall we say?
Yeah, and they have got a long-legged kicker.
Yeah.
At the 42 of the Lions. Quick snap again, looking deep, and going to try and throw over the middle, and pump faked and then threw it on the outside to Matthew Golden. His first catch as a pro up against Kirby Joseph. And they move the chains again. Looked like a bit of a false start there. Oh, it's blooming fire drill.
Yeah.
Brent asking number 6 is it's Terry and Arnold this year.
Yeah.
Takes a snap and a handoff. Oh dear, that's blown up. And Tyleek Williams with the tackle for no gain. Oh, helmet's come off for the Packers. Flag. How's that come off? Tucker Craft's helmet. Presumably that's going to be on the Lions.
Brian.
Oh man, first towards disqualification for Branch. Why?
He threw the helmet.
But he didn't throw the helmet, he just took it off. Oh,
and then
right.
He threw it at the sideline.
Right, I see. If I'm the referees there, I'd like to call delay of game rather than unsportsmanlike, but whatever. Now down at the Lions 16. Pop pass moving to the left-hand side and out of bounds after a gain of 1. Really nice hit by Terry and Arnold. Condensed part of the field now. Can the Lions cover in this area? Long drive to start here for the Lions defense. The 15-yard line. Lions spread out their D-line here. And deep drop back and looking. Love got all the time in the world and incomplete. Little bit handsy. They're looking for a flag, but they don't get one. 3rd and 9. Love is getting a lot of time to throw.
Yeah.
Arnold with a little tug of the jersey there on Dobbs, but gets away with it. All right, 3rd and 9, Ash. Money down again. They're 2-2 on 3rd. Love in shotgun again. And Love, 2-step drop, throwing over the middle. Touchdown Packers. In between the defenders, Tucker Craft. In between Anzalone and Branch, I think that was. Great timing. What a first drive. That's between Campbell and Branch. Too much time to throw for Jordan Love. Offensive line doing its job.
Yeah.
And the PAT is good. I will say, if we can keep doing what we're doing on 1st and 2nd down, we're going to be in this game.
Yeah. Just, it'd be useful if we didn't, fire blitz Aiden Hutchinson on 3rd down. That might be a good start.
That might be good. Oh, that was a very, very frustrating first possession. Just because we did so well on 1st and 2nd down. Like, they had a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and 9, and a 3rd and 6 all converted. So you can't live that way. And, I mean, as a Lions fan, we've seen this before in coverage, But it sucks every time. Oh, let's have a look at the rest of the games around the league. Jags, Carolina are still playing because of the weather delay. Jags up 20-3. San Francisco up 7-0. But Seattle in the red zone, 2nd and 5 at the 17. Denver, Tennessee is a 3-3 ball game with Denver with the ball 1st and 10 on their own 8. And Houston, LA has kicked off. They're about 4 minutes in. LA has it on their own side of the field, 1st and 10 at the 40. Brent says, what the fuck? Branch making the over-the-line mistakes. He should know that refs are going to call him tighter by now. I mean, it is one of those things where it's not even close. They're not calling Branch tighter because of past stuff. You just can't rip someone's helmet off, laugh in their face, and chuck it to the sideline. That's just thick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like the whole Kirby Sport spinning the ball a couple of years ago, and it went into Tyreek Stevenson. Like, it's little procedural things, especially after what happened on Thursday night with the whole incident there. The team should know better than to do stuff like that, especially Branch. Like, as much as the picture of him last year in Lambeau is iconic, don't want that again. One time, funny, yeah, great. Not anymore.
No.
Please.
Especially it's one towards disqualification. That is hard to swallow because we know what he's like. He's loving the idea of having a go at people, so he's going to have to hold back now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a crazy stat. Did you hear that? Oh, you don't have the volume on, do you?
No.
It's the Packers' first home opening game since 2018.
Okay, that I did know. They mentioned it on the 20 Minute in the Huddle podcast when he had TJ Lang on as his first guest.
Kickoff is away, and it is going to be... Oh, he received it in the end zone! Let it go! Tripped up by his own man and down at the 24.
Jacob Sailors.
Jacob Sailors receives it on the goal line, but it would have bounced in about half a yard deep. Just let it go, man, and the Lions are going to be set back a little bit here. Would have been out at 35.
You going to commentate with me? Okay.
Here comes Jared Goff.
Gibbs is your starter at running back.
Mm.
Try to see who the other receiver is.
First down and 10, Micah Parsons on the bench. Lions in I. Goff, toss play to Gibbs, going left, no room there, and a gain of only 1. Second down and 9. Lucas Van Ness with the tackle. Laporta at fullback. All right, second down and 9. Running off left tackle, a bit of a struggle by the look of it. Goff and empty this time, in 11 personnel. Gibbs moving back into running back. Packers showing pressure, I think. Goff, and they do bring 5. And a quick check down to Gibbs. Only 1 man out in front against 3. That's always going to be a fail. Gain of only 1.5 there, and it's going to be third down and 7. And here comes Micah Parsons for third down. Bailey's in the chat, our resident Bears fan, saying that he's got the Lions in the Super Bowl in the predictions and looking forward to watching along with us. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. As we see a third and 7, the Packers just converted 3 for 3 on their first drive. Can't afford to kick the ball back to them so early. But what can the Lions cook up on the first third down of the year? Spreading it out, and 2 in motion it was. Now resetting. 4 to get this play off. Goff asking for it and getting it. They're bringing pressure, and Goff having to get out of pressure and checks it down to Gibbs, but he's going to go down behind the line. Loss of 1.5, and it is going to be fourth down and 9, and out comes the punt unit.
Oh, great.
Not a great first drive. And
that was the Micah Parsons worry. I know. Not that's it. Curious there.
And Gibbs is special, but not that special. Fourth down and 9. Jack Fox is on, maybe the best punter in the NFL. There's a flag on the play. Oh! Oh, I thought a Packer almost touched that. And it's going to be downed at the 18. Let's see what the flag is. Probably don't want to do that again. Looks like it's offside on the defense.
Is a full start on us?
So Craig Reynolds reacted to the fact that the man he was against twitched, and it's like, but the defense can't false start, and he wasn't in the neutral zone, so then Reynolds just reacted to it, and it's like, no, you can't do that. But
first injury update of the game and throughout the season. Safety Daniel Thomas, who we signed from the Jags at cutdowns, questionable to return with a hand injury.
With the first punt, the Packers almost inadvertently touched it. Them making us punt it again is risky because Fox is so good at getting it up there, and they're risking a turnover here. Fox, lots of hang time here, but a bit of a shorter kick, and going to be received at the 37, and the receiver is getting all the way out to midfield. Short field coming up for the Packers this time. What a good decision by them to have that retaken. Bloody hell. That 5-yard penalty for the false start gains them 32 yards overall. Not ideal, man. Not ideal at all.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know. Like, it's getting close to that number being updated, potentially, but I'm trying to hold off so far.
For the people who can't see exactly what that says, what does it say?
Times I've been mad at a small thing. It's already at 1. I might do a thing where every time I have to update, I take a shot, but I do have a job interview at 12 tomorrow, so
Yeah,
might not be the best.
Not worth risking that. Good luck for it, man.
Thank you. Even though it's for a stove company.
Yeah, but so what? If it's a job and it pays, who cares?
Exactly. I need to keep paying my design subscription somehow.
We did have a couple of questions actually, and Bailey's just reminded me of that. So can we have your thoughts on the JMO extension? Were you surprised it happened now, or was it expected? I know he's been unstoppable at camp supposedly. For me, it was a surprise it came before Hutch. But when you look at the situation and you look at Hutch's injury and you look at what JMO has done since all the trouble he had early on in his career, and if you have a look at the average annual value of what he's been paid with 2 more years left on his contract already, they are just confident he's going to outperform that deal. And actually, when you have a look at what some people are being paid throughout the league, I don't hate it. In terms of whether it was expected or whether I like it, I think it's fantastic. I think he showed last year exactly who he was, and I hope that continues. But man, if we can't move the ball, it doesn't really make any difference. So, bad first drive to highlight that. But hey, JMO's been fantastic. What about you, Ash?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, especially since, I was asleep at the time, so I woke up to that. It's 100% us just getting ahead of the market, because if he does have the kind of season that everyone's saying, that price tag is going to go up even more. Bit surprised, as you said, that it wasn't Hutch, but at the same time, not surprised that Hutch hasn't signed yet, because he's waiting for sort of the price tag to go up even more. Like, he was wise to wait until Hendrickson and Parsons have signed, and if he has the kind of season we're predicting for him, it's going to get even more expensive. So I'm happy that James got tied in, especially since it means this sort of nice little core that we have of Amon Ra, JMO, and Tesla are pretty much here for the next 4 years, like, all under contract, which is the best thing we want. We want to make sure Goff still has the weapons around him.
RPO throw missed by Love to Jaden Reed, I think. Touchdown Seattle ties that game up. 7-7. Zach Charbonnet! I've got him in fantasy. Come on. 2nd down and 10. Just over halfway through this first quarter. At the 48-yard line of Green Bay, 2nd down and 10 in under center. Love with the handoff to Tucker Kraft in a tight end jet sweep, and a gain of 3 for 3rd down and 7. All right, 3rd down and 7. Can we hold here? We must stop losing on 3rd down. Ball just over midfield now, in shotgun, where Love has done a lot of his damage. Lions aren't showing blitz, look like they're just playing coverage here. Not much time to get this play off for Green Bay, but they do get it off, and the Lions do bring 5, and Love with a great throw again to Jaden Reed with all the time in the world in between the linebackers and the safeties. My God. Why have we got Davenport in coverage?
Yeah, I don't like that. You know what? It's happening.
That's just a great throw by Love. Like, what can you say? All the way down to the Lions 23, under center, Love hands it off to Jacobs, run up the middle. They get a little bit of a push up front, and Jacobs gets his best run of the night. He gets 5. Lions defensive line is starting to get ground down already in this first quarter. If you're going to blitz, don't blitz that way. Where's Barnes coming on the blitz and just playing your linebackers normally? Linebackers keep... Ugh. 2nd and 5. Chris Brooks in the game for this snap. And a fake handoff to him, and then a little check down to him, but he goes out of bounds after a gain of only 1, 3rd and 4. Clock stops. All right. Second, third down of this drive. 5th of the game for Green Bay. They've converted every single one so far. At the 17 of Detroit. Man-to-man across the board. Branch against Tucker Kraft on the outside now. Takes a snap, looking left at the 1-to-1, and good defense by Terry and Arnold. That is how you play man-to-man. And the first third down miss for Green Bay. Hell yeah. I tell you what, Terry and Arnold has maybe been the best player on defense so far. His coverage has been good. He's been feisty. He's getting away with the little pulls that he wasn't getting away with last year. That's great defense. He gets there just a tiny bit early, but he's done enough to not get flagged. It's enough bang bang. Here's Brandon McManus with the field goal attempt. From the left hash, snap is good, hold is good. And not quite straight down the middle, but the Packers are up 10-0 in the first 11 minutes of this game. Ash, how funny. The Packers started doing better on first and second down in that drive, but then had a third not win, whereas all of the first drive was failing on first and second down and having third win anyway. So
exactly. And I know it's week 1 and thank you for that. I know it's week 1 and the coordinator still got to work stuff. Please, can we just jettison the edges in coverage thing? I thought we worked that out a couple of years ago when we had the infamous James Houston covering Noah Fant on a crossing route against Seattle. It doesn't work. It just doesn't.
Ash, how do you fancy the defensive play calling changing with the changing coordinator? Bailey is asking.
Well, we were told, and all the reports out of camp was it hasn't changed that much. The only thing that's really changed maybe is more blitzing, but it seems we are doing a lot more of those traditional 3-4 concepts that I did maybe allude to that we might be able to do. So when I did my depth charts for Twitter and that, I did do a 3-4 storm system, which is what Tampa Bay runs, because that's what Casey Rogers runs. And based on, well, ran out of Tampa Bay with him, Todd Bowles, and Larry Foote, who is their linebacker coach we interviewed, who is now is their defensive coordinator in Tampa. And they do a bit more of that where, the edges drop into coverage. And hell, even the Packers do it themselves. And we'll probably see it with Parsons when we play him next time, that on some reps, he might line up as an edge rusher on first and second down and then drop back in coverage and have Edgar and Cooper for this spot as a rusher. And then he drops back and covers Sam Laporta on a route, for instance. But based on what I've seen so far, I don't know. The first and second down call play on the first drive was good. The third down we just get too much. It was almost like we're playing zone and we're just giving them that little sort of leeway. Mm-hmm. Let's see how it is at the end of the game, and then when my advanced metrics all come out, I can have a look and maybe have a look at things. But I don't know. I don't like it so far, just because it's the stop dropping Hutch and Davenport into coverage, please.
It's okay, very rarely. But to do a fire drill like that twice in the first 6 or 7 minutes is dire. Like that's I think that's showing a lack of imagination.
Yeah, exactly. And I know we've come out of a situation like this before. The Vikings game last year springs to mind. But the whole reason we've beat Green Bay recently is we've done to them what they're doing to us right now, where we were just more efficient on offense, got ourselves a nice stable lead, and then just built on it. Right now, we're 10 behind, and considering some of the issues we're having with our offensive line, this is another flag on the fucking return. Some of the uncertainty we have on our offensive line, the fact that they've got, I know, obviously, Parsons will play limited snaps, but we don't want to give them the third down situations. Right now, momentum is definitely with the Packers, but we can wrestle it back. We just need to reset our offense here and get a touchdown.
I mean, that kickoff return is just rough. That one was better. It was kicked to the 1, so the kick was better. Here's the flag. holding on the receiving team. So we're going to go back to like the 5, potentially, because it depends on holding on Tesla. Is it?
Yes, going back to R10, so it's half the distance to the...
But normally it's half the distance from where the ball was when the holding penalty took place. So it finished at the 19, so it should go back to the 9.5 if the holding is right at the end. But if it's right at the start... Because if you got all the way to the goal line, if you went the whole length of the field, it's not coming back to halfway, you know?
Yeah.
Or
another fucking flag on the play.
That's going to be probably a legal formation if it's a flag that early in the play, I would imagine. Nice first run.
Gibbs.
First run for Gibbs that is actually good. It's going to be chalked off here. Unless it's a neutral zone infraction or something. It is offside. On offense! Jameson Williams lining up in the neutral zone, 1st and 15. This is a disaster of a start.
Basic thing. You've just got paid and you can't even do a basic thing.
All the way back now to the 5. Goff under centre. And handing the ball off to Gibbs. Little bit of space out to the right-hand side. Big hole. And chopped down after a gain of 14 for 2nd down and 1. Great run off right tackle. Lots of room. That is what we want to see.
Exactly.
Just beat the defensive tackle to the outside. Rashawn Gary was pursuing but couldn't get there. Eventually chopped down, I think, by a cornerback.
Bullard.
Nickel corner. 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. 2nd down and 1. Under centre at the 19-yard line. Goff takes a snap. Hand off to Gibbs. Run up the middle. He saw a gap and he went for it. Gain of 5. 1st down Detroit. Their first of the season. All right. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Lions' first offensive drive showing signs of life. At the 24 of Detroit. Goff under center. JMO in motion. Play action. And David Montgomery with a screen. But that's not going anywhere. Loss of 1.5 there. That was just the execution of some of these plays just isn't quite in week 14 mentality yet. You know, it's the throw is slightly behind. The blocking is not perfect, and
exactly
they all managed to shed at the same time to create a green wall. 2nd and 12. Amon-Ra in motion. Goff takes a snap, play action, looking deep down the field, going to uncork it, and lovely catch by Amon-Ra, and he gets both feet in.
Good
Sweet
man.
toe drag there for Detroit, and they move the chains. Let's have a look. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Timeout Detroit. Oh, they've challenged it.
Oh, thank God.
I think he got both feet down, but they were saying on the TV that they don't think he got both feet down.
So there's his left. And yeah, he's right. Yeah, that's both feet down.
Yeah, definitely a catch. 100% a catch. Ball. Don't think it touched the ground, although it looked like it kind of might have touched the ground a tiny bit, but he definitely had control and the ground didn't assist with the catch, even if it did touch the ground. So pretty sure this is going to be upheld. And if this is upheld, then the Lions are going to be on the 41 after the penalty at the 5. I mean, the best thing about this drive so far, and the challenge, Ash, is that the defense is actually getting a breather.
Exactly, yeah.
This game is going to be a marathon and not a sprint, and you've got to stay in it, and you've got to stay in it by giving your defense a chance.
Exactly.
Interesting that Gibbs has got all of the first quarter runs so far, by the way.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be upheld, surely. Apparently, Perry says that Puka Nakua is bleeding in the Rams game.
Yes. Yeah, I've just seen that. Henry Tuato, yeah, has hit him. Oh.
Perry says, you guys need a Sun God jersey. I don't like getting jerseys that everyone else gets. Now, I did get the Sewell one because it was the only one available at the time, but I've always liked getting niche jerseys. It's just my thing. I guess Branch is not that niche, but I don't think he'll be highly picked as a person to have on the back of their shirt. I just don't think so. You've got Goff on at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah, because I got Goff because he was pretty much the only one available when we went to Ford Field. But then the other two, like, what's more niche than having the long snapper on your jersey?
Oh, for sure. Many thanks to Tony White with a $5 super sticker. Thank you very much, sir. Incredible catch. It's been upheld. 41-yard line. Detroit starts.
Oh, you did. There you go. So, wait for the graphics update.
And handed off to Monty for a run up the middle and spinning down for a gain of 5. Second down and 5. Tony just said, how are we 10 down already? Well, the simple answer to that is that we went 3 and out in an offensive drive where they scored a touchdown on the first and a field goal on the second. We can't get off the field on third down very well. We've been fine on first and second down, but third down we've just failed quite a lot on defense. And then on offense, I mean, we haven't had much of a chance to be bad yet. This drive has been pretty promising. As Goff hands this one off. What a rep by number 73. That is mahogany. He has absolutely ended someone there. Gain of 4, third down and 1. Oh, I want to see that again. Holy shit.
I'll see if I can cut it off. Potentially.
Coming down to the end of the first quarter here. Don't need to run another play, the Lions.
Don't think we will, to be honest. As I will say my usual thing that I say every time we stream a game, I want the Lions cap. Look at that. That's actually quite a nice cap. The black with the blue insert there pops quite nicely. Yep, that's the end of the first.
Yeah, Goff does a good job of trying to draw them offside. We are exactly at midfield with 1 to go. Definitely for Dan Campbell, we are in 4 down territory here. Perry, yes, the centre is Graham Glasgow.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua Mercer says, Brian Branch was one of my first jerseys of this new regime with a laughing face. Yeah, I didn't say he'd be completely unheard of on the back of jerseys. It's just there's so many people that you can get for the Lions. I mean, Frank Ragnow would have been one of the first ones I would have got in this regime, and obviously he's not here anymore, but he would have been, for me, a popular choice. Sewell, Goff, Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Gibbs. Like, how many people do you want to name here that you could get a jersey for? One that I would love to get soon is Tesla, but there's only so many jerseys you can get without your partner getting pissed off at you.
Yeah, so the next one I'll buy, but it's not for me. It's because I know someone who's getting into the sport, and because their surname is Williams, they really like J-Mo. So I'm going to get them the Motor City Muscle.
How stocky are they?
Not very stocky.
Oh, I was
so I'm going to get him a kids. I'm going to get him a kids one because I'm a cheapskate.
I was just about to say, get him a Tyleek Williams jersey.
I don't think she'd appreciate that. I really do not think I should appreciate that. I should appreciate that. But yeah, for me, my next one's either going to be. I am really thinking Tesla, especially if he keeps the 18. because then I can get a Calvin one at some point, and then I've got like 81 and 18. Quite nice. But yeah, it's Tesla or yeah. It's hard because we don't. As we all know, I like going for the really random players. That's why I love wearing my Hatton one, because then I go to the flag games like, who the hell's Hatton? I have to explain it's a long snap, and they're like, what the fuck?
Do you know? I've had a question in the chat. Do you know who the person is next to the OC in the booth? Because I am.
Oh, it would be the offensive quality quality control coach. So
Justin Mesa is the offensive quality control coach, but I don't know whether it was him or not.
Next time I show it, I'll have a look. I believe it'll probably either be him, unless because I know that it obviously came out this week that Don Bjorback is now our in-game management coach.
Yeah, so but that's definitely he's got to be on the sideline to do that.
Yeah.
It's not David Shaw, SW line, no. Younger looking guy than David Shaw. Here come the Lions on 3rd and 1. Goff under centre. Man in motion. Run up the middle. And they do just get there. Dave Montgomery gets a gain of 1.5 and a first down.
I believe... Well, I've got a picture of mess ups next time it comes up. It might be him. It's either him, it might be Gradkowski, or it might be the other assistant we hired this off season, which is Marquez Tuaso Poto. I can't speak English. Oh, pony personnel. Didn't work.
Hand off the other way and a loss of 1. Nice tackle by number 96 of the Packers.
Colby Wooden. But yeah, there we go. So we've been crying out for donkey's years. 2-pack personnel. We've just seen it.
Did you know that 21 personnel is our lowest EPA per play last year as a formation?
Yes.
I know we didn't do it very often, so it's highly weighted to the plays that we ran, which didn't go well. But anyway, 2nd down and 11 for the Lions. A little bit behind the sticks now after that. There's Khalif Raymond sighting. Is that Raymond? Mm-hmm. Number 11?
Yes.
Goff asking for it, time running out. Snaps taken, looking right, checking it down to Gibbs in the flat, gain of 4, 3rd down and 7, and that was a bit aggy, but Carrington Valentine shoved him after the play was over. There is a flag. Who's it going to be on? It could be on them. I really hope that's on them, not for the reaction, because that was way after the play.
Thank you.
Taunting on the defense. Let's go. It is getting chippy. Xavier McKinney won away from disqualification too, so both star safeties.
Yeah. Yeah, he just absolutely just tried to decleat Raymond there, standing over him.
To be fair to McKinney, Raymond also tried to decleat McKinney. I think that's actually kind of unfair, although Valentine then walked into his face. I think it's probably for the reaction after the hit rather than the hit, but we'll see. All right, 1st down and 10 then for the Lions at the 30 now.
Look, safety's creeping up. Go.
Old little toss play to JMO. They read that all the way. He does manage to get upfield, and he gets himself a 1st down. Are they going to call that a 1st down?
Oh, it is really getting chippy. I love it.
I think they're going to call that a gain of 9 and 2nd down and 1, but let's see. JMO did well to beat that first man because it was read really well by number 56, which I think is Edgar and Cooper.
We're saying 2nd and 7. It's only stepped out.
Oh, what? That's unfortunate.
Parsons is in.
2nd and 7.
Parsons is in as the sort of Derek Barnes. You can see him there. Hands in dirt far end. Well, close end.
Goff hands it off to Gibbs running up the middle, and he manages to break away, but he's going to run into trouble there, and he's going to go down after a gain of 2.5. It's going to be third and just over 5.
I hate to say it. One thing I know it's week 1, blah, blah, blah. Don't like the sort of run, pass nature of our play calling so far.
The thing is, the run plays are actually going okay. I wouldn't be against going run here. Run with a view to going on 4th. From the 25.5-yard line, Goff does go to pass. 1-on-1 ball to Amon St. Brown, who gets punched on the floor. To mark him down, the Green Bay player, Quay Walker, has just punched him.
Yeah.
Let's just see it again. Maybe it wasn't quite. Maybe it's just a very hard tap. Wow, Saul got ended by Parsons.
Slippy tough.
First down and 10 at the 17 now of Green Bay in shotgun in 11. It's Tesla at the near side. It's a very tall-looking man to the near side. Is that JMO? Can't see. It is JMO. Gibbs in the check down. Can't beat the first man, but it's still a gain of 5. Second down and 5. Great drive here. The Lions, after penalty, started at the 5 and now in the red zone. Killed a lot of time here. Really done. Well done by Goff. Second down and 5. Parsons taking a breather on the sideline. At the 12. Can we get the play off in time? Goff hands it off to Gibbs, coming off right tackle, but getting hit at the line and no gain. Third down and 5. Would be a lovely time for a Texas route.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Green Bay defensive line is doing a reasonable job here. The Lions' rushing attack will feel good about themselves, but Green Bay rush defense are also going to feel good about themselves here.
Mm-hmm.
9-minute drive for the Lions here. Third and 5 at the Green Bay 12. Gibbs coming back into running back position after being lined up out wide. Goff asking for it very quickly, and Goff tried to throw to Laporta, incomplete, and they are going off the field here. Field goal coming. Really well covered by Green Bay, because Goff had plenty of time, was kind of had to go out to his right a little bit. I tell you what, Saul was kind of struggling on that rep too, and that one was against 94. Carl Brooks. Here comes Jake Bates. For the Lions' first points of the season from 30. From the right hash. It's good. Straight down the middle. Great drive for Detroit. Needed to put points on the board. Reduce their areas down to 1 score and have given their defense a breather.
Exactly.
Now can the Lions hold them to a 3 and out and now have a go at a tiring Packers defensive line? SIB line says it's very disappointing, the end of the drive. And I would tend to agree a little bit because we got so close. But at the end of the day, when you start a drive at your own 5-yard line, your average hope is that you maybe make some yardage so you're not punting so that they have good field position to start their next drive. The fact that we've got points out of that drive, especially when we went 3 and out in the first one, that's got to be positive. I'm taking the W on that drive.
Yeah, well, it's a B+ drive.
I mean, the number of third downs we put ourselves in, I think we did. We think we did okay. Carlton said, was there room to run there for Goff? I don't think so. I think he was being pursued from a couple of different locations.
Yeah.
39 people watching right now. Thank you everyone so much. Much appreciated. If you want to come and have some more Lions chat, I'm going to put the Discord channel link in the live chat. SW Lions says, cap half full. I hear you, Matthew. I mean, I think there are so many ups and downs that you will have in a game and in a season, especially covering a team like the Lions, if you don't take the wins where you can, and if you can't be measured and not live every single play, your life is just so hard. I think this game rewards people who have thick skins, because you don't get too up or too down. And you know what Dan Campbell would say? We want those consistent people that don't get too up or too down. And we should resemble that, I think, as a fan base.
Yeah, and not to play the same old card, but it's also week one. Like, things aren't going to be perfect. As much as I hope that the Ben Johnson thing of basically doing throwaway plays to set up stuff for later in the game or later down the season's gone away, it might be an element of that. And it's just nice. It's on offense, we're seemingly doing a lot of, I don't want to say too easy plays, but easy plays that are nice, easy completions, nice, easy runs kind of thing that isn't putting too much stress on offensive line or Goff right now. Sort of letting him warm up, and then hopefully, if we get another drive this quarter / half, because Green Bay are perfectly capable of getting a 9.5-minute drive if they need to with Josh Jacobs, we can come out and just start pushing the ball down the field, because we haven't really attacked the intermediate areas of the Green Bay defense, and that's one thing we can do. We've got Laporte to do it. We've got Amara who can do it. JMO showed last year can do the sort of crossing routes and that. And it's just one way to attack their defense, because they do a lot of cover 1, cover 3 stuff, and that's one way you can attack it. It's just getting those holes between the safeties and the linebackers.
Jake Bates there with a slight error. I think that ball was caught at the half-yard line in the end zone, and it was knelt down for a touchback, so they're going to come out to the 35-yard line. SW Lions is just joined on Discord, which is excellent news.
Yeah, Discord is great, and I'm not just saying that because you get to pretty much all the NFL news as soon as it comes out, because I have no life, and as soon as I see something, I put it in there.
Right. Jordan Love taken back over then at the 35, takes a snap, and there is pressure coming on this one. He moves slightly to the left in the pocket and uncorks it down the field for a massive play all the way down to the 17-yard line. That is a huge first play. Burnt down the middle. Let's have a look. Number 87 is Romeo Dobbs up against Terry and Arnold, and just flattens out the route really nicely. Great throw by Jordan Love, and man, Lions under the cosh.
Yeah, snap the ball quickly. They can see the secondary still communicated, and shit like this happens, which is why we're now up to 4 on the anger counter.
At the 17 of Detroit now. Many thanks for the $10 super chat. Mile marker 301 says, I'm not bothered. Love in shotgun with the 3-step drop and looking to the right-hand side for a touchdown. Jaden Reed. 2 plays, 65 yards. Jaden Reed touchdown. And Lambeau leaps.
I know you said about doing their second drive that Arnold's been the best player for us on defense.
Yeah, that's not a great drive by him.
Yeah, we might have to.
Oh, the natural pick play on Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Where's the safety help there? 16-3 pending PAT. Good snap, good hold. 17-3. Lions have to do it all again, but they're used to that.
Where's the pass rush? That's the main thing.
There's a long way to go. You watch the Pittsburgh game today, and that, finished with, 69 points or something in the game? There's a long way to go.
Yeah.
They have 5 carries for 8 yards by Josh Jacobs. That's tough to take.
Yeah. And
you know, if we can shut that down and we know they're going to pass, why can't we play coverage?
Because this pass rush just ain't getting there. And I know, again, we're not even halfway through the second quarter of week 1, but yeah, this is not good.
Let's just say it's suboptimal.
Yeah.
Bailey said, stepped away for a bit, come back, and the number is up to 4. What were the last 2, Ash?
God, what was 3? Can't remember what 3 was. Probably special teams penalties. Yeah, it was the penalties, wasn't it? And then 4 is the fact that the secondary just ain't was stuck communicating with each other, no help there, and they just give up a massive play. Like, not great.
Oh, man. Okay, so we are probably halfway through the second quarter here, down 14, but every drive is just an opportunity. Lions are going to receive the ball to start the second half. So what I would say is you're 3 drives away. Touchdown, 3 and out, touchdown, and then you get the ball back. That's what the Lions have got to be aiming for here.
Yeah.
All right, here comes the kickoff. Brandon McManus with it up high, and it's going to be received at the 5-yard line. Here comes Grant Stewart. Uh-oh, watch out. Stewart down at the 29-yard line. I mean, it's a better return. I think if Arnold had run into the pick, I think they might have got OPI.
Yeah.
But because he tries to run around it, they get a touchdown. Sometimes, instead of just trying to avoid it, he clearly wasn't running a route, but because he didn't interfere, it's not interference. 1st down and 10. Goff under center. Amon-Ra in motion as Goff changes play, points out the mic. Snap and play action. And have to check it down to David Montgomery for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Offensive line is buying Goff enough time to throw, but there's enough worry for Goff that he's not able to uncork things with rhythm.
Yeah.
George Kittle is out for San Francisco. He is done for the day. 2nd and 4 at the 35. Goff takes the snap. He wasn't ready for it, but he got it. And a run up the middle. And that might be a half a yard shy. Maybe he got there. Brock Wright sighting. And Khalif Raymond.
Yeah.
Montgomery, Raymond. 3rd and inches. At the 38.5-yard line, need a half yard here. Goff. They are pinching here and play action. Lots of time to throw and checks it down. And Montgomery lowers the shoulder and gets himself a good amount of yardage there, or about 45-yard line of Detroit in a 1st down. Thought they might have been going for more than that there. I'll tell you what, Montgomery really led with his helmet there. He could have put himself in trouble if he got hit. 1st down and 10 for the Lions. Goff is 9 of 10, but only for 46 yards. Goff under center again. and handed off again, running play up the middle. And the Lions are doing what they want in the run game in the majority of this now. Montgomery is doing some good stuff. Gain of 6. Second down and 4. I mean, if we just ran the ball like this, Ash, to start with, it would have been good.
Exactly.
But Detroit aren't going to get away from this running attack. At the 49-yard line of Green Bay, then, Wright goes into fullback. Goff takes the snap. Running play up the middle. Montgomery taking his time, but only gains himself about 2. 1.5 maybe. It's going to be 3rd and I'll say 3. And here comes Micah. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky. 3rd and 2.5. Raymond in motion. Looks like zone coverage. Goff gets Amon-Ra now in motion. Showing blitz and bringing blitz. And Goff throwing. Lovely and on time for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nice completion down to the 37-yard line. And the Lions move the chains again. Tell you what, apart from the first 3 and out, Ash, this offense has been rolling.
It has been, yeah. It's just because, obviously, us being behind, that it looks bad, but there's been signs. It's like that Vikings game last year where the signs just needs to click together.
The 38-yard line, Goff under center. J-Mo in motion this time, and Goff hands this one off to Gibbs running up the middle, but no gain here. Good tackle by Micah Parsons.
That's Quay.
Now, whatever. They're both dickheads.
True.
Yeah, my bad. Parsons ended up on top of him, but it wasn't him who got there first. 2nd and 10. Goff under centre with J-Mo in motion left to right this time. And play action. Bit of time. Dumps this one off to Laporta for his first reception of the game, and he only gets himself about 3. It's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 7. Clock running down. There may only be time for one more offensive drive after this one. 3.5 minutes to go. You really don't want to take a field goal here if you can avoid it.
Agreed.
34.5-yard line, Goff in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, and Laporta flexed out to the right. Takes a snap, Goff 2-step drop and throws. Complete but short. A gain of 4. 4th down and 2. Lions are probably going to go for this.
Hope so.
I think, to be honest, they're not throwing at the sticks there because they know they have this play in the bag. And the thing is, I think you should go for this quickly if you go for it. Although, I will say, Lions in hurry up in that situation have been bad since Campbell has taken over. Maybe they should just take their time. At the 30-yard line, 2 men in motion, Sam Laporta and David Montgomery. Takes a snap, and Goff looking, and lots of time for Jameson Williams, who does make the catch and is down at the 19. Oh, and J-Mo giving it to McKinney, and there's a flag. There is a flag in the secondary. Apparently on Green Bay. Illegal contact.
Illegal contact on Jonathan Bullard.
Which meant that even though J-Mo, if he dropped it, it would have still been a conversion for the Lions, which is great. 1st down and 10, then 2-minute warning coming up. I think they'll probably take the 2-minute warning here.
Probably, yeah.
What a drive by the Lions, and what a performance so far by Jared Goff.
Yeah.
13 of
And
14 for 75 yards.
I'd put Monty on there as well. Like, he's had some really good runs.
He has. Lions have been money on offense. The first drive stalled out, and that's the difference in these teams. That's it.
Yeah.
SW Lions says best case scenario, use up the last 2 minutes to score. I don't know. There's a world in which the Packers go and try and throw in 2-minute drill and give us time to score again if we do score here quickly. The thing is, because we're this far down the field, it's going to be hard for us to kill 2 minutes if the Packers don't want us to, because they can take their timeouts and avoid it.
Yeah.
I think we should just run our game, and if that means scoring quickly, it does, and then just hoping that the defense can get a 3-and-out or a pick. Hey to every one of the 42 of you watching on YouTube and a couple of you on Twitch as well. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you've got any comments for us, please do pop them in the chat. Be lovely to hear where you're all listening from. Experiment says it always seems like the offense does better with David Montgomery in the game. Less explosive, but more consistent. I do agree. You know, Gibbs is the home run hitter, and he is the person who obviously can get free in coverage. But Montgomery just gets you a consistent 4 yards a carry or more. Also, probably a better pass blocker.
Yeah. And if you go by the metrics, a better pass catcher as well.
Really?
Yeah. David Montgomery has led the NFL in receiving success rate for running backs over the past 2 seasons. Gibbs is third, so it's close, but Monty's actually been technically the slightly better pass catcher. Looking
at the scores from around the league, Denver have just scored a touchdown with 15 seconds left to go in the first half to go ahead against Tennessee. It's 10-6. Seattle leads San Francisco in Seattle 10-7 at halftime. Houston lead the Rams 6-0 with 2 minutes to go in the first half of that game. So very low scoring across the board. Many thanks to Contrapastan for the 5 gifted memberships who go to Brian Shook, Steve and Baffy Daniel, G, Donkey Kong and RP. Many thanks, Contrapastan. Appreciate it. And coming out of the 2-minute warning here, Lions in the huddle. Chance to go 2 for 1 here. From the 19-yard line. Come on, Jared. In shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Laporta in motion right to left. Takes a snap, looking for a pass. Under pressure, escaping to his right. Needs to get rid of it now and just dumps it off. I don't think that got back to the line of scrimmage, even though he got outside of the pocket. I think this could be grounding here. So it still needs to get back to the line, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it just did. But where I saw it, it kind of hit, where the chain gang is. It kind of hit his little thingy. So I think it just about got back.
It's close. 2nd down and 10.
Double posts or something.
Again at the 19-yard line. JMO in motion? No, it's not JMO. It's Khalif. But it was a draw play for David Montgomery and a gain of 3. It's 3rd down and 7. Do the Packers take a timeout here? Third down and 7. If I was Packers, I would have taken a timeout there and hoped to get the ball back.
Parsons on the field.
Laporta in motion right to left. Goff in shotgun. Looking at Amon-Ra again here. Goff takes a snap. 2-step drop. Quick look to Amon-Ra is picked. Well, like I said, I'd have looked at Amon-Ra. They also thought he was going to look at Amon-Ra. What a pick by Evan Williams, and the Packers take over. Oh, that might come back. That might come back. I'm not sure that he had control of the ball.
You hope they review it and then...
I'm going to presume that's going to stand, but man, that hit the ground Did he have control of it is the question. I think because the call on the field is turnover, I think that will stand. But it's really close to not being a pick. PK Jr. says ground helped him catch it. Trying to be unbiased, I don't know. Perry Ball says, is eluding gift safe or getting gifts in the chat, is it safe? What do you mean safe? I don't understand. Carlton says, can Dan challenge it? No, but in theory, all of the turnovers are reviewed, so we should see it. SW Line says, going to have to see another angle. They won't overturn that on the angle that we saw. I don't know. I'm not sure that it would have been a catch without the ground.
When in doubt, they usually side with just stay with the call on the field, which sucks.
I agree.
It's a good play by Williams. It's just annoying that the reason that we're currently behind by 2 scores and about to go into the half potentially, well, by all accounts, probably behind by those 2 scores. Self-made mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Not busts in coverage, but well-designed offensive plays that we're not able to overcome. 1 pick and a 3 and out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been nothing big. The Lions have been good on offense, generally speaking.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the 48-yarder to Dobbs has a big amount to do with it too.
Exactly, and that's a small mistake because we were too busy trying to still communicate. They see that snap the ball, and then the back end has to scramble. That's why when on that play, there's no safety help because usually by that you'd have probably Kirby or Branch back there, but because we're still communicating, working it out, everyone just has to go to the nearest guy, and that's how somehow we have both our outside corners as the closest receivers to a guy doing a post pattern over the middle.
It's stayed. Right. Pistol. And a very quick throw to Golden. Gain of 6. He's saying he got out of bounds there. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 5. Second and 5, 106. But the Green Bay 18 takes the snap, 3-step drop, looking for a check down. Oh, and the corner fell over. What a tackle by Brian Branch. 3rd down and 1. Neither side taking a timeout here.
I think we almost just want to get into the half and see what we can do to fix the fucking issues because
oh, it's a direct snap to Jacobson. What a tackle by, I think that was Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
And now a timeout by the Lions. Fourth and 1, 21 seconds to go in this first half. It's not been the Lions' best half. It's definitely not been their worst. That's the real shame here. In a half where they've conceded 11 yards on the ground. Here comes the punt. Raymond's back to receive. Can he trigger a big play here? Whelan is back there. Can the Lions block it? No. Get the punt away, but it's going to be inbounds. Lovely punt. The 19-yard line. Can Raymond reverse field? He has reverse field. Can he get outside? No, he can't. And he's run a long, long way without doing much. What a lovely punt by Whelan. Ben Neiman with the coverage. Former Lion. Lions are going to just kneel this down, I am fairly certain. Two really long offensive drives for the Lions, and they come away with 3 points. That's hard to take.
Yeah.
Let's see what the Lions choose to do. I'd be very surprised if it's anything other than kneel.
I think we're just going to kneel and go into the half.
Yeah, they are. All right, that is the half, and here are your halftime stats. Green Bay up 17-3. Jordan Love 12 of 16 for 167 and 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs 6 for 8 on the ground, and Jaden Reed 2 of 3 for 43 and a touchdown. Touchdown also by Tucker Craft. He's 1 of 2 for 15. They're actually led in yards by Romeo Dobbs, 2 of 4 for 68. For the Lions, Goff 13 of 16 for 75 and a pick. David Montgomery leading the team on the ground, 8 for 24. Gibbs is 6 for 22. Don't know why that hasn't updated. And Amon-Ra with a couple of really key catches to convert for third down. 3 of 3 for 36. Ash, I apologise, but I am going to leave you for a brief moment.
I know, it's expected. So, guys, not exactly the first half we were hoping for, is it? I just don't know. Oh, fuck it. Dare I fucking look at PFF and see what the grades are? Because it's going to make me want to blow my brains out, probably. So, a lot. Yeah, live data. Great. We have 4 pressures on Jordan Love. Tyleek, Aiden, Davenport, DJ Reader. So 1 each from the defensive line. That's cool. All of them hurries. All of them hurries. We have 7 run stops, though. Decent. 75% reception percentage allowed. 1 PBU, which is by TA. But other than that, he's netting up 4 of 6, and he's given a passive rating of 149.3 because of the touchdown. Great. Just yeah, like you're correct, TJ. It's at least this first game, perhaps not successful, but the thing is, we were told all these things about wanting to go deep with the ball and X, Y, and Z, and it's just not happening. It's a load of runs up the middle, which then would bounce outside sometimes and get some success with, or it's just passes short over the middle, or basically like screens. Like, where's the attacking them downfield? Where's the mismatches? Where's the use of the intermediate game, which has been our bread and butter for all these years? Just not happening. And defense, you're getting first and second down, we're doing well, and then third down, just the coverage ain't there, and it's it's so annoying. My TV's turned itself off. Oh. Let me have a look, because it will have it on there, I think. Passing. Yeah, right now, Jared Goff's average depth for target is 1.4 yards. Okay, yeah, he's got an adjusted completion rate of 92.9%. That's his actual completion rate, 13 and 14. But 5.4 yards an attempt, 1.4 yards average depth of target. He's got time to throw 2.66. Jordan Love's had 2.62, so we can't even use the Goff's getting pressure more than Love thing. For comparison, Jordan Love's average depth of target is 12.6. He's had 4 big time throws. Goff's had none. It's hard to do that when you're basically throwing screens all the time, but you get my point. It definitely is going to be a long season, and sugar. Usually didn't close the YouTube. Definitely, it's going to be obviously. This is just it's first half of week 1, so on and so forth. But given everything I've said in camp, maybe it's just that's camp and that. And the way some of the players have gone, and you could argue we should be closer than this. Like, we had 2 massively long drives, and we came away from 3. Yeah, because we threw an interception on the last one, but I don't know. Let's have a look at the rush. What is it Russian? Does it say that yards after contact? Yeah, so to make it even better to make it worse, of our 46 rushing yards we've got so far today, though we should have more because obviously the JMO thing. Out of the 46 yards we've got and rushing so far, 44 of them have come after contact. I mean, that's slightly weighted by the fact that JMO got 8 yards after contact with his rushing attempt for 3 yards, but then 20 of Gibbs' 22 has come after contact, and 16 of Monty's 21 have come after contact. I just don't know what we can do to. Offensively, we know what we can do to adjust. Fucking cool plays actually go past the sticks. Yeah, but defensively, I just don't know, because the thing is, like, we are kind of close. Actually, that's one thing I can look at. Does it have it on here? Receiving probably doesn't have the separation. It doesn't. That's the next gen thing. But I won't be surprised you look at the separation. It actually hasn't been too bad. It's just a pass rush. Like, I don't know that Love's had less time to pass than Goff has to 2.62 seconds. But when like Branch's got a 50% pass rush rate, cool. 2 pass rushes, he's blitzed, cool. Davenport's an 18.2, Hutch is at 15.4, Tyleek's at 8.3. No one else has supposedly won a pass rush rep.
Not a great first half.
Yeah, I've just been looking through like the PFF stats and that, and it's not all grim reading, but some of it is. Like I was just saying, Glove has actually had a quicker time to throw than Goff has.
Yeah.
By 0.04 seconds, and the pressures are equal 4-4. But it's just the damning thing is, and I'll say it to you, can you guess what Jared Goff's average depth of target is in this game?
He's not thrown a lot down the field at all. A couple of throws to Amon-Ra, but then he's had a tight end screen. He's had some swing passes. Average depth of target is probably like 2, 3.
1.7 yards.
Yeah, 2's pretty close. I'll take that.
Jordan Love's is 12.6.
Yeah, but that's helped mightily by a throw for 50 yards.
Yeah.
You know, everything's going to be easier if you have one throw complete for that long.
True, because that was to Dubs. So let's remove him out of the equation because you could do it on individually. Jaden Reed's is 16.3, Tucker Craft 22, Dontavian Wicks 13.
But I mean, the offensive line for Green Bay has played better than ours. Glove has had cleaner pockets to throw out of, not thinking about time to throw. They have been targeting holes in zones, timing on breaks with receivers. They're flattening out their routes really nicely, especially deeper, which just creates that little bit of extra separation. And they've reaped the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Brent asked how many sacks we have, which I'm presuming
0.
is a fatuous comment.
Yeah.
That might be unfair, but I don't think it is, because I think you know damn well how many there have been.
We've got 4 pressures, but it's just...
The pressures haven't been good pressures.
Yeah, they've all been hurries, while... actually, it's the same with Green Bay's. So, actually, they've got 5 pressures. So, Parsons has got 1, Carl Brooks has got 1, Devontae White's got 2, and then Lucas Van Ness has got 1. Yeah. And then just looking at the pass blocking grades, it's not pretty.
Sewell has really struggled.
29.3.
Yeah. He's the standout for me as someone who's really struggled.
Yeah. Left-hand side of the line, great. Decker and Mahogany, both 84 plus pass blocking grades, 100% pass blocking efficiency. Glasgow is Glasgow in there as well, 70.8 with a 100% pass blocking efficiency. Ratledge and Sewell have been credited for 4 pressures given up that are on them and sort of normal ones. Both of them 93.7 pass blocking efficiency.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Just looking at the scores around the league. Seattle's still up by 3 against San Francisco, but they're going to punt the ball away. Denver only up 10-9 after Tennessee got a field goal to end the half. And the Rams did score a touchdown to go 7-6 up, but Houston replied in the last minute with a field goal to go up 9-7 at the half. So this is a long break when we know that the players are on the field.
Can't settle for a field goal on this drive. It's got to be a touchdown. And I don't want to... That might just be me riding the crest of emotions, but if we give Green Bay the chance to go 3 scores up, bit of a hole to be digging ourselves out of.
Well, Mark says grit is now. I mean, we just have to come out of the second half and put a touchdown on the board, and then we see what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we score on Green Bay, make it a 1-score game, and then can get a 3 and out, suddenly the fear is going to hit Green Bay. But we need to bloody well do it. Can't just say it. Here we go. Teams are lined up. Ball's about to be kicked. Lions have not been good returning the ball, and we saw that in pre-season. They've not fixed it. Dave Phipp is going to be annoyed.
So am I.
You're always annoyed. See behind you.
True. I mean, it's even got some Madden streams where the poor kick coverage is in there. For people who didn't see that, with Jeremy doing his Madden sim of this yesterday, literally the first play of the game, the Packers returned a kick to R40.
So the kick actually bounced in the landing zone. It was recovered by Jacob Saylors and returned to the 32, the best return of the day for the Lions as they have the ball coming out on offense to start the second half. Here come the Lions. Goff under center. Takes a snap and play action, looking for a big play first up. Goff checks this one down to Gibbs, who took a step back and then slipped. Gains about 5, maybe 6. Second down and 5.
Yeah.
Let's go, Lions. Come on.
I just want to see one play where we actually attack them downfield.
We seem scared to do it at the moment.
Yeah.
Especially with these corners. Like, let's have a go at them.
Exactly.
Play action again. Goff getting out of trouble and throws and complete. And here goes Laporta with lots of room down to the 35, down to the 30-yard line of Green Bay. You asked for down the field. There's down the field. Lions move.
Exactly.
Well done, Goff, because there was some pressure coming around the pocket and he stepped up into it. Tell you what, Gibbs took a hell of a hit on that pass blocking rep. Well done, him.
Yeah. No, and see, that's attacking. I said it, I nearly did say it in the break, I think, but that's attacking it intermediate bit. That's a crossing route that's designed to go between the safety and the two safeties in their cover 1, cover 3 looks.
All right, at the 31-yard line, Goff under center again. Play action again. Lots of time this time, but check down to Gibbs, and he slips again. Half-yard gain. Second down, and they're going to call it 10, I think.
Gibbs and Saul both need new cleats if they're slipping and sliding on the turf. Get the rugby studs in.
Aaron S. says Arnold has sucked too. He had a really, really good first quarter and a really bad second quarter. So, you know. I don't know why my clock is wrong, but it is. Sorry about that. 2nd and 10. In I formation with Gibbs still on the field. Takes a snap, and it is Gibbs running up the middle, and a bit of room there, but only gaining 4. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
I get the point of the play. The Khalif motion was eye candy to try and draw him that way, and we run it the other way, but we need something with a bit of oomph.
Monty checks in. Gibbs checks out on 3rd down. Lions 4 of 8 on 3rd down. Pretty good. Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta in motion from left to right. In shotgun is Goff. Going to throw. Had plenty of time and a good throw to Sam Laporta, who drops the shoulder and gets down to the 11-yard line. All right. 3rd trip for the Lions into the red zone. Can they get their first touchdown of the year? Aaron S. says, yeah, but from our potential CB1 based on training camp, this is very, very disappointing from Arnold for me. A true CB1 can't be this up and down. I think they, honestly, I think they can be. I mean, I would say DJ Reed is, I think they're 1A, 1B with DJ Reed. But also, I would say defense generally is up and down. Like, by its very nature, it has to be up and down. So I don't agree, but I would want to see more up. First down and goal from the 10. Goff takes a snap. Play action. Has to come back to a second read. Now going to escape. Almost fell on the
Reset
turf. Comes out to the left-hand side. Going to throw for the corner of the end zone. Incomplete over Amon-Ra's head. Second down and goal.
Don't know he's celebrating there on saying McDuffie. That was a cover. That was a pass rush incompletion rather than you having good coverage there, mate. But yeah, and also with the TA stuff, I think we need to go on.
If he'd come back to Tesla, then it was a touchdown on the scramble drill. Just missed him. And I'll tell you what, they almost committed roughing the passer there too. Second down and 10.
With the TA stuff as well, we're also getting swayed by the fact that he's given up 2 touchdowns in a way.
Yeah,
with the big play and then the actual touchdown.
Hands it off to Gibbs, trying to get outside. Don't run backwards!
Exactly. Like the big completion to Dubs was just a really good play by Green Bay to play on the fact that we're communicating, and then the touchdown he gave up was a natural pick play that got him in a bind. Like, it's not great. It's also got our only PBU of the game.
Gibbs has to, I know that reversing field sometimes works, but he loses a lot more yards than he gains when he does this sort of stuff. It's not acceptable. Gibbs has to do better. Third down and goal from the 16. 3 receivers to the left, including Tesla. Quick check down to David Montgomery down at the 8. After a gain of 8. 4th down and 8. Are the Lions going for this, or are they taking the field goal? Looks like they're taking the field goal. I do think at this point you also have to be pragmatic. You can't win this game without the defense, and you know what? You can't win the game with field goals, but you can lose it by being too aggressive. We saw, I think it was in the first year of this regime, Dan Campbell went for it on 4th down pretty much every time against the New England Patriots, and that went very, very badly. Jake Bates from the right hash again. Good snap, good hold. Straight down the middle again. 5:20 on that drive for the Lions, and they take another 3. It's 17-6. You are putting the defense under stress by not putting more on the board because they have to step up now.
Yeah. Well, point to that, we are 0 for 3 in the red zone. That's not good.
It's not good. No.
It's giving, and again, I'm saying this, and it might be rushing some of that. It's giving the Bucks game last year where we kept getting into the red zone, we just could not get the touchdowns. But at least in that game, the defense, especially Hutch, was able to keep us in it. Right now, because of some things and other things, we're 2 scores behind. Because the defense right now can't keep pace and the offense just isn't being efficient in inverted commas in the places we need to be.
Oh, okay. Time for Hutchinson to do business. I do question the play calling on that 3rd down. I agree with Ant in the Discord. If you're 3rd and goal from the 16, designing a play which probably can only get about 10 is probably not ideal. Now, I do think if you try and force it too much, you do what happened in the last drive where Goff throws a pick, and I'd rather put 3 more points on the board than not. If Goff had just thrown the ball into the turf at the end of the first half on that 3rd down, the Lions are now 17-9 down, which is a 1-score game. And now it's an 8-point 1-score game, but it's a 1-score game. And that's the cost of mistakes.
Yeah. Exactly. It's the little things, but they're all adding up right now. So secondary is still communicating. The Packers call for the snap, massive touchdown given, massive play given up. Next couple plays later, Arnold, instead of running into the pick and drawing that OPI, tries to go around it, loses that half step to Reed. Reed scores a touchdown. Goff thrown interception. Good play by Evan Williams, but we know that most of the time when they show a 2-shell safety look, they like to rotate one of the safeties down into the box, and they're going to go for in front of Amon-Ra because they know you're going to target him. Great play by Williams. Yes, he might not have the control of the ball when he caught it, but stuff like that. As now TA is questionable to return with a groin injury.
Ugh. Right, here comes the return on the kickoff from Green Bay. They've been good so far. He runs into his own man, can't reverse field, gets hit. Really nice coverage by number 29, Avonte Maddox, down at the 24-yard line. That's the worst starting field position, I think. Right, here come Green Bay. Hand off to Josh Jacobs, run up the middle. Branch can't get him down, though. Gain of 6. That's almost doubled their rushing yardage. 2nd down and 4. All right, from the 30-yard line then. 2nd and 4. Dontavian Wicks in the game, in the slot. Hands off, though, to Jacobs, who tries to reverse field. Gets 3. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Right. Get it done, Lions. Come on. Tell you what, Hutchinson is really focusing not really on tackling, but on just trying to punch the ball. It's the 3rd time I've caught him just trying to do that. 3rd and 1, and a handoff to Jacobs, and that's going to be a tackle in the backfield by number 55.
Derek Barnes.
Fucking Barnes.
So I think on that instance, they just showed the punch. I know it's going back a play when we should be celebrating Barnes there. That one, he can see that Jacobs is wrapped up by someone else, so he's being the 2nd, 3rd man in, and you are taught on defense to do that. So,
absolutely. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's notable.
It's definitely notable. I thought you were saying it's a bad thing. I was like,
no.
Yeah.
I know what they're meant to be doing. Right, Whelan, who had a boomer of a first punt, is on for the 2nd and gets it away. Lovely punt is going to be received back at the 7. Raymond beats the first one. Can he cut inside? He does. Up to the 21.
21, yeah.
15-yard return. Yeah, good stuff. All right, so can Detroit on offense put together another long drive? Another long drive is going to tire out this defense, put more points on the board, create some scoreboard pressure. Packers start to panic. Get them out of rhythm on offense by keeping them off the field. This is the recipe for success. I'll tell you what, 3 points and a 3 and out, I would have absolutely taken.
Yeah, it's given what we saw from Green Bay in the first half. That's why I was like, we need to get a touchdown here because we want that scoreboard pressure. Now we can got that chance to do it. It's just there's going to become a time in this game if things are going this way that we will have to sort of start really getting that pressure of putting touchdowns on the board. And I know we can do it. We certainly have the chance. Like, it's just doing it. Hopefully it's this drive. Hopefully it can just be like a foul. I know we're saying long drive, tired them out, but if it can be, as Penne jokes on the Amara podcast, if it can be just a one-play JMO drive, I'll take that.
Oh, I'll take any touchdown right now, please. But there's massive value in managing to just grind them down here.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think even Saul said that. I know he was saying it jokingly that he always says to Germans to go in the field, oh, yeah, you can make this one play, man. Saul knows the value of just grinding the clock down. And that's why it's so good that right now, okay, I know we haven't really seen Craig except for special team stuff, but technically we have 4 running backs because I trust Sailors with this now to an extent that the backs will at least get you what you block and they can get more. So I said in the halftime, I should be updated, but most of our yards in that first half rushing came after contacts. Like that's sort of buoyed by the fact that, JMO got an 8-yard, technically an 8-yard rush because he was contacted 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage and it should have been more. But the fact that the backs can get us what you block, and then depending on where they are on the depth chart, they can get you more after that. It's what we need in situations like this.
Wizard of War said who was in for Terry, and I didn't see, unfortunately.
Amik, and we were just in our 4-3 overlook the entire drive, which is paid off by Barnes getting that third down stop.
Goff in empty. Gibbs the near side, flexed out. Looked like a false start by Decker. Quick throw down to Gibbs, gain of 4. Second down and 6. Many thanks for the $2 super chat by TJ. Says, do we have a go up and get it wide receiver?
Yes, and his name is Isaac Tesla.
Yeah. I do think that JMO can be that guy. I don't think he's ever shown us that he can be that guy. I kind of believe that he's got it in his locker, though.
Oh, definitely. It's all, yeah. And to be fair, you could say the same about Tesla. Yes, we saw it on his college tape. Never had a college drop, etc., etc. And he was really good at getting the ball through contact. Watch my breakdown of the games that we did have from him last season for evidence of that. It's just, he has to get Goff's trust there. Case in point, that throwaway he had way through in the vicinity of Amon-Ra. If he came back through his progressions, as you quite rightly pointed out, Tesla was open at the back of the end zone.
He'd only just come through when Goff had already gone the other way. It's unfortunate, but there it is.
Yeah.
Did you see who was down for the Packers then?
No, but I can give me a second. I'll look on X.
I didn't see who it was quite, unfortunately, but there we go. Mike says we need to lean on Monty. Wizard of War says we need to lean on Monty. Marker says Monty was the grinder. He absolutely was. Monty's the man. If we can score a touchdown here, get it to 17-13, or 17-14 if we go for 2, and just put down the gauntlet to Green Bay and say, if you don't score, we're going ahead here. I think that's going to be a big, thing to put down there. SW Line said they showed a replay where Williams caught a pass running across the field. They need more crossing patterns with him and gives too many throws where they're standing still. JMO in a crossing route is absolutely lethal.
Agree that we need the crossing routes. Because we saw with the read touchdown, they can just get you that extra little bit of separation sometimes you need. And yeah, it has been very much I know that, I think it was Decker, when he was talking to Tim Twentyman in the huddle on his podcast, said there's concepts that Morton likes and will be bringing in. Based off what we've seen so far this game, one of the concepts that Morton absolutely loves is spacing, because that's what's happening. That exact one there, that is an empty spacing concept.
I tell you what, there's no play I run less on Madden than spacing.
It has its place. So in this game, it works. So spacing is one of the best concepts to use against cover 3, because usually your corners and the safety there are way off. So you're sort of getting it and relying on Yak. But it's the relying on Yak bit right now that's not working. Like, it's great that going into the half, Goff had a nearly 94% adjusted completion rate. When you're throwing it so close to the line. It was
Brenton Cox, by the way, who was down.
Ooh.
Second and 6, Goff. Play action, quick check down to Khalif Raymond for lots of blocking up front on the screen, and a gain of about 9 yards and a first down for Detroit. Lovely play. That's one of those ones behind the sticks, behind the line of scrimmage that I really don't mind, because at least it's schemed up well. As the LA Rams score a touchdown, Matthew Stafford to the corner of the end zone for
Davis Allen, the Clemson tight end that I liked a couple of years ago that they drafted. But yeah, I like stuff like that where if it's executed right, but that's been part of the thing. There was the one earlier in the first quarter to Gibbs where it was a screen and the blocking just wasn't executed right and it was a loss.
Goff under center this time. Got to get the play off and does. Play action again. Still time to throw here, but going to run out of time. Goff's trying to spin out of it and manages to get it to Jameson Williams. Good completion, actually, there somehow. Don't know how that happened, but man, they are playing with fire back there.
Goff just turned into Kyler Murray a second there because he's just executed a 360 no-scope.
Whoop. Good catch
And
by JMO as well.
yeah, exactly what I was about to say. Good, him coming back to the ball and securing it.
2nd down and 8 coming up. I will say SW line, with Williams, you've got to do a bit of him staying still and a bit of him moving to keep the defence guessing. If he always runs, they're always going to run with him. Goff in shotgun, takes a snap and hands it off and straight into number 58, gain of 1.5, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6. What happened there is against Decker, was it? It's against Mahogany. No, it's against... I don't know what happened there. Decker just left blocking no one. 3rd down and 6. 5 minutes to go in the third. Lions 5 of 10 on 3rd down. Goff in shotgun. Amon-Ra in motion. Goff looking that way, coming forward out of pressure, but he's going to get hit, and it is the first sack of the day by either team, and it's Lucas Van Ness. Time for Jack Fox to play the field position game here. Let's see what happens. Decker. No, that's not Decker. Mahogany. Mahogany got beat. What did Sewell do against Parsons? Sewell did well that time. Punt from the 32 here. Back to Fox. And again, not a great kick. And that is holding if I've ever seen it. Jaden Reed with a return. There is a flag. The holding was committed against our number 30, which is Khalil Dorsey. Yep, exactly what I saw. Javon Bullard, I think, is number 20. That is right. So that will back up the Packers inside their 20. We're now looking for a mistake. Just under 20 minutes to go in this game.
Yeah. Is this the price I have to pay for AJ Lee coming back in WWE?
I mean, I don't think anyone has to pay a price for that. Much as I enjoy AJ Lee, I don't think anyone is paying a penance for her return.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Becky Lynch is in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I
just need to bring back Paige and the gang is back together again.
Yes. I mean, she was referenced by CM.
Didn't she retire through injury, though?
Same with AJ. And same with, well, the whole Punk thing, it was slightly injury, slightly obviously what I had on, but...
Wasn't Punk I'm going to UFC?
No. So with him, it was...
Was that after he returns from UFC?
Yeah, so it was, he did that in the meantime. So the whole thing was he obviously did that pipe bomb promo where he basically was like, it's unfair that all this has happened. Like, I'm not being main carded, all this, which is kind of true, but at the same time, you got to go with the storylines. Plus, there was a lot of injuries. He was having the thing where he broke some of his ribs, and because of the symptoms having in his ribs, it made him seem like he had some like infection when he didn't. So it was the whole thing. And then with AJ Lee, obviously, it's because she stayed around. She felt stuck in the middle between her husband and the company. And then, yes, she also had damage to one of her cervical vertebrae. So she had to retire. Yeah. But obviously, with the advances with medicine and that, and sport, especially sports medicine, she's able to come back and now hopefully will beat Becky Lynch's ass.
I remember Edge retired through injury and he returned, didn't he?
Yeah, and now he's playing Aries in the Percy Jackson show. Of course, I have to mention that.
Right,
yeah.
Time to get another 3 and out here for the Lions.
Yes.
The Packers were so aggressive in
the
first quarter, and they need to get back to that if they want to win this game. Here come the Packers from the 15. In pistol with a wing.
Stilling off four free looks.
Play action. Oh, there's a chip there, and Love throws incomplete, I think. I think Wicks did not catch that. They're saying that's a catch. Really?
That's not a catch.
They're going to go quickly here, and they get the snap off. And Jordan Love, quick check down to Jacobs. Frustrating that they didn't get the flag out there. Come on. 2nd down and 6. From the 32. Love takes the snap. First read not there. Withdrawing and now getting hit. Oh!
Anto, come on!
Anzalone misses the pick. I tell you what, Love took a heck of a hit there as well. Oh, man. Anzo should be having that one. Pat O'Connor in the edge there, hitting Love. Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was Hutch.
So, yeah, Pat O'Connor should be credited for hurry there. And then, yeah, Hutch got the QB hit after that. But fuck, Anzo, that would have been... You would have... Any tiny little bits of negative will that any Lions fans might have against you for the holding. Not that I have any, but I know some people will. Would have been erased with that. Fuck.
3rd down and 6. Jordan Love with a deep drop and under pressure. And picked up!
Yes!
There's a flag. There's a flag on the play.
Just keep running.
Branch, keep him running. There's another flag on the play. I do think this is coming back. I think that it's going to be on Detroit.
I'll keep an eye. I didn't even look. I was just busy trying to clear some of my notifications. Please, 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 please. You know what? Let's test.
Margaret, I did get your comment on Habitat. I have emailed them, but I haven't had a response yet. Just to update you.
Can you hear the TV?
Yes.
Fuck, okay. I wanted to see what was the cause was live, but I guess not. 50 for the Packers is injured.
Yeah, I hear. Hang on. They're trying to sort out what's going on here. There's a flag after the interception as well. Holding on Rock Sin and roughing the passer penalty as well, but they took the holding. I think the hit on the quarterback was... Hang on, that is a hold by both players. Okay, fine, Dobbs a bit late, but I think that's a holding on both players. And then Hutchinson just lays out Love. But it was after the interception had happened. That is a fair enough hit on someone trying to get back to protect the play. Right, 1st down and 10 for the Packers. Oh, man. How did
that hit and Love get flagged, but not the hit 2 years ago against Seattle where their edge rushers completely cleared out Goff 5 seconds after the play? And how is the hit that Luvu did on Goff last year in the divisional round not fucking flagged either?
Love play action.
Hence updating the number. That's now it's
check down to Tucker Craft and a nice tackle by Derek Barnes for a gain of 2. I'll tell you what, that's going to light a fire under the Lions, I think, as a play.
Better. It's week 1 and I'm already back to the roller coaster of emotions.
Can't get 2 up or 2 down, man. It's a long season.
I know. Just fuck Green Bay.
Right, from the 39-yard line, 2nd down and 9. Hand off and a run up the middle, and Jacobs has some room, and he gets a 1st down. Rush at 10 yards. That is something we do not need right now. We cannot have them have rushing success here.
Mm-hmm.
People were asking for that flag on Goff in the playoffs, and why was that not given? Of course, if that penalty was accepted, it would still be a pick. That's the thing being overlooked there, is it almost kind of doesn't matter. Right, pistol and a handoff by Love, run up the middle again, and gets about 3, maybe 4. Second down and 6 over midfield now. Lisa asked why Khalil Dorsey is in. Dorsey is in because Terrion Arnold is currently questionable with a hamstring.
It was Yasin that was in, not Khalil Dorsey.
But Khalil Dorsey has been in on defence.
Yeah,
So it may not have been Rock Yasin that she was referencing on that particular play.
Yeah. But yeah,
Rock Yasin is on the sideline.
Now. He will definitely get his ass fucking chewed out.
Second down and 6 at Detroit's 48. They just get the play off and a run up the middle, and Anzo with good penetration and a gain of a half yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Chance for the Lions to get off the field again here on defence.
Number one, good news is the play clock means that they have to get in a playoff. Number 2, great timing there by Anzo. He knows what they're doing. They're letting the play clock run down, trying to run out the clock, and he just sprung his gap correctly there and got the tackle for near loss. That's a run. That's classed as a run stop. Because obviously it's not a successful run, but...
Right, come on, boys. Time for a sack. 3rd and 5. Got to throw this one, I think. They snap the ball. Lions are bringing pressure, and Glove is going for the deep ball, and... Oh, he missed it! DJ Reed couldn't get his eyes around, and Jaden Reed could have made a play on that, but did not. 4th down and 5. 3 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. DJ Reed did really well there.
Arnold has been downgraded to out.
Love hit for the 2nd time today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Packers have to punt. Another chance for the Lions here, but good field position coming for the Packers. Punt. Fair catch called for at the 8 by Khalif Raymond, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's the stats. Packers lead 17-6. Love 15 of 20. I thought it was 20. No, it's 21. 15 of 21 for 186 and 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs 11 for 30, and Jaden Reed 2 of 4 for 43 and a touchdown. Touchdown also by Tucker Kraft. He's 2 of 4 for 16. They're led in yards by Romeo Dobbs, 2 of 4 for 68. For the Lions, Goff 21 of 25 and a hyper-efficient performance, 152 yards but a pick, a very costly one too. Montgomery, 9 carries for 25 yards, Gibbs 8 for 20, and then in the air, Sam Laporta 3 of 4 for 52, Amon-Ra St. Brown 3 of 5 for 36. Ash, the tale of this game right now is the pick for me, because even if you have the 3 and out and what have you, if the Lions got a field goal there, they have the ball down 1 score, and if they scored a touchdown, they'd be looking to go ahead here. So you take that pick off the board. I mean, it's a big if, isn't it? But those are the key mistakes which decide games like this, gritty games like this. You can't get away with that in a game with an opponent this close to you.
Exactly. It's just all the small mistakes, like how the pick 6 that Branch had, the defensive holding, and then the roughing the passer is bullshit, but it's those tiny little things that all adding up right now, and because it is, you look at somewhere the place they've been, those mistakes have led to us not scoring as many points as we should have done. So some of the execution stuff that meant we had to go for 3s instead of 6s in the 6s and 7s in the red zone, the interception, the stuff on the interception with Branch there. It's just tiny little things that slowly and surely add up to this gulf now where it's still a low scoring game. We can still get back into it, but now we've got 15 minutes left and we might have led time of possession, but we need to it's got to that point now where it has to be touchdowns. it has to be touchdowns now. If we have one more, like we could get maybe like one more field goal, but we have to be successful on all our offensive drives, and we need to put points on the board, and we need to stop them because
if the Packers have one more scoring drive, even if it's a field goal, they probably win the game.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. So you have to be almost perfect from here.
Yeah.
But they haven't given up any points in this half yet.
True.
The Lions are leading this half 3-0. It's not much to hang your hat on, but the defense has looked excellent, and it's because we've been keeping their offense off the field and we've been keeping their defense on it. The Packers' offense is out of rhythm, but you have to punish them. And here come the Lions. They've got to go 92 yards. Here we go. The pass rush has looked much better, Lisa, in the last drive and a half. I will say we've hit him twice. Here comes Goff. JMO in motion right to left. 4 receivers on the play. Goff takes a snap. 2-step drop. Looking for a quick throw. Under pressure. It's going to be a safety. Oh, he's been dragged out of the end zone. It is a sack, but he goes down at the half-yard line. Loss of 7.5. Lions are lucky that is not a safety. Decker gets driven back into it by number 52, Rashawn Gary. Only just got out of the end zone too. Come on, Deck. Second and 17.
We all know what play this is going to be, so the Packers will know as well. No? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's a face mask. You can't drag him down by the head. Edgar and Cooper, 1 yard gain for David Montgomery. I tell you what, I would have just been very willing to go play action again on that last play. Just do it. At this point, you need a big play.
Here's the thing. What a perfect situation for Parsons to come into the game for Green Bay. 3rd and 16 on our own 2-yard line.
Yeah. Lions have only got 10 seconds to get this play off. They've got to go. I mean, I will say, that a delay of game doesn't really hurt you terribly much here. They do get it off, and they're going to run it. And they get out of the end zone again but it's only a 1-yard loss. 4th and 17. And that feels like a bit of a surrender. Feels like a bit of a surrender by the Lions. They've now got to get probably a turnover. Tell you what, David Montgomery has done very well there not to give up a safety, given that the defender came straight through the middle of the offensive line. Fox standing on the back here, got to try and not give up a safety here, because he's got to kick this very quickly. There are flags. False start on number 52 for the Lions.
That Cunningham. Basic shit.
Come on, Fox. Did well to get that off. And a booming line drive punt. Recovered at the 45, but there's no coverage there. Reed gets hit from the backside. Lucky to hold on to that. Good tackle by Dorsey. But it's great field position for the Packers. They are almost in field goal range as it is, and we just said any more points for the Packers probably wins the game for them. The Lions have to force a 3 and out without giving up much yards here. Pick 6 has to be coming. And the unfortunate thing is, we got it. Bloody well got it. Not the first game that we wanted, everybody.
That's for sure.
This is the up and downs of the NFL season. We have suffered more over a long period of time than to just suffer today. It's not been ideal. The problem is, isolated plays have gone wrong, but the overall offense has moved. And you know what? The defense has really showed up this second half.
Definitely.
And they showed up in the first half on first and second down. It's just consistent. 5 third downs in a row in the first quarter absolutely killed us. If we weren't giving those up, this could be a 6-6 ball game.
Yeah.
Still enough time for the Lions to do something here, but it's got to happen soon. SW says this game's on the offense. Defense actually picked up a bit. For me, the game is on Goff throwing the pick. I think the offense otherwise has been fine. That last drive was obviously very bad, but we've had 2 stalled out drives. The others have been fine. You can't make a big mistake in a big position, and you have to get off the field on third down. Go back to the Lions of the Patricia era, and the Lions defense was good on first and second down, and on third down it gave up everything. That's exactly what we had in the first quarter today. There is still time to change the narrative here. This is not so far away. I will say that Green Bay pass rush has looked good in this second half.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
How is that Green Bay fan seeing the game? Anyway, from the 36-yard line of Detroit, Green Bay take over. Jaden Reed in motion, fake handoff, and Love is going to check it down to Jaden Reed in the flat. Lions defense coming up for it, and DJ Reed tackles him for a gain of only 1, second down and 9. They are very much in field goal range here already, so to avoid points, you need just a missed field goal or a turnover. Lisa says no one play loses a game, and that's true. Field goals instead of touchdowns, 1 pick, and not being able to get off the field on defense. But it's been a complementarily bad game overall, even though down to down we've been fine. Love hands off to Jacobs, and first down, shepherded out of bounds by Brian Branch, but first down and 10 for the Packers, which is really, really painful. Just got the edge very nicely there, didn't they?
Just blocked it well, yeah.
Yeah. Whoever number 70 was did a really great job. Yeah, Darian Kennard. $11:20 to go in this game, and the 19-yard line of Detroit. Love in shotgun, and going to hand it off again. And in pursuit. Oh, well done by Barnes actually getting to that tackle, but it's a gain of 7. It's second down and 3, and they're playing in good field position. This is pummeling us now.
They're beating us at our own game.
Yeah. Didn't see who missed the tackle there, but it was amazing that he even got close to make the tackle, but just couldn't make it. Second and 3, 10.5 minutes to go. In pistol this time. Love going to throw. Under pressure. Going to run for it. Lions of Hells there to hell. Number 98 was held. Not being called. Wasn't able to get off his block. Gain of 1, maybe 2. Have a look at this again. 98 trying to get off his block and just held so badly. At the 10-yard line, then 3rd and 1. Love under centre. Takes a snap, hands it off, run up the middle into a group of bodies. Goes down after a half-yard gain. It's going to be 4th down and inches. They should probably just hit the field goal here for a 14-point lead. And Morning says hello from Detroit on Twitch. Hello to you. Hope you're well. Perry Ball says TA is injury too. Yes, he is out.
Yeah. Rocky Sins took his place. Well, Meeks took his place on the outside in base looks. When we go into nipple, it's Rocky Sin.
Would prefer to see Maddox. 4th and 1. They are going for it. Is Love going to go for this? He does. And they get it. That's a killer.
Mm-hmm.
Love was turned around, went down inches over the line. I mean, it wasn't much, but it was there. 1st down and goal for the Packers from the 8.5-yard line. Hand off up the middle, and Jacobs does really well to miss a load of defenders there and gets all the way down to the 2.5-yard line, 2nd down. Very close to the game being over here.
Yeah.
Lions did really well blocking that up for where it looked like the rush was going to go. Jacobs reversing course, touchdown Green Bay, game over. Wasn't meant to be like this. I tell you what a boom for Green Bay, getting the monkey off their back with beating the Lions here.
Exactly.
Genuinely felt like we owned them in Green Bay. No longer. Good snap, good hold. PAT is good. 18-point game. Right. Lions have got to get on their bike. So do we see something a bit more exciting on offense? Do we see them go prevent here? And maybe allow us a bit? But slowly? I think that's what we'll see, Ash. I don't know about you, but I suspect the Lions are going to put some garbage time points up here. SW Line says the interception at the end of the first half was a killer. That interception happening and being given, I think there's still a question as to whether it was good. I know they said this angle shows he got it under his arm and clearly touches the ground. I do think it's pinned to him, so I think it's probably good. That interception combined with the Lions' pick six being no good. Mm-hmm. That's really painful. Mike D. Barker says, let's see if we can make this interesting now. Oh, well, at least I have Josh Jacobs in my fantasy leagues. Several of them. I don't feel good about it. Josh Jacobs had 0.8 points at the end of the first half. Got 13.3 now. Harry says we will see lots of calls to fire Morton. I don't really understand why. Yes, a lot was near the line of scrimmage. I thought it was fairly well designed. he waved the white flag a little bit in his own 5-yard line, which I don't like because it's, you're going to lose one way or the other, so you might as well go out swinging, which I hope to see now. But when you go 21 of 25 for your quarterback, that should be as part of a winning performance.
Yeah.
The run game kind of suffered because the offensive line wasn't as good as it has been in previous years. And maybe we are seeing the impact of Bragg now not being there.
Yeah.
Returned this kickoff up to the 25, 26 yard line. Rams Texans is in a delay, apparently. Denver up 13-12 at their own 20. Seattle, San Francisco's 10-10. Seattle in field goal range with 4 minutes to go. Here come the Lions. Goff asks for it and gets it. Only rushing 4. Goff hesitates and throws to Raymond, and it was almost picked because he double pumped in the same direction. 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 3, correction. Goff in the hurry up, no huddle. And Packers have gone prevent. Goff under pressure and a quick throw to Gibbs, but only for a gain of 2, and it's 3rd down and 2. And Goff huddles, which allows them to substitute, and on comes Micah Parsons. Four down territory for the Lions here, down 18. Raymond in motion. They are showing pressure off the left-hand side of the offensive line. Bail out of it. Goff throws incomplete. 4th down, gotta go. Don't like the fact that Tesla isn't out there.
Yeah, same.
If you feel good enough to trade away Patrick in this situation, you need to have the guy replacing him on the field in these situations.
Mm-hmm.
4th and 2 from our own 35. Pressure across the board. All out blitz, cover 0. That's what's being shown. Can Goff handle it? 4th and 2. Takes it. They bail out of it. Goff under pressure. Going to get sacked. Turnover on downs at our own 25. Sacked by number 95. That's Devontae Wyatt through the middle. Packers have ended the game here. They've played excellently. Tate Ratledge got beaten there. Goff seems unsettled.
Yeah.
And this is going to feel slightly unfair now because the defense has played pretty damn well and they're going to concede more points here now.
Mm-hmm.
Key moments. The Lions have lost the key moments.
Yeah.
We listened a lot to, obviously, all the national podcasts out there, and we heard, what do the Lions look like if the first offensive line in the NFL becomes the 9th or 10th best offensive line in the NFL? How much does that mean? And I think it means exactly what we're seeing here. that Goff is going to appear more uncertain. He didn't seem like he had a care in the world last year about the offensive line because he knew that he'd be okay, whereas now there's uncertainty there, there's double clutching, there's double pumping. And also maybe you have Morton being rusty. Not ideal.
Yeah.
The mercy here would be a swift death now. Houston driving down 5 against the Rams, 11 minutes to play at their own 17. Denver had a 50-yard rush by R.J. Harvey to get to the Tennessee 30. Seattle did hit the field goal. They are up by 3, but San Francisco, with 2.5 minutes to go, are at Seattle 20, 2nd and 8. Right, here come Green Bay then. They're at the Lions 27. Take the snap, hand it off to Josh Jacobs. And a nice gain of 7 yards there. 2nd down and 3. Lions are waving the white flag here on defense now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 49 straight games with a touchdown streak is going. My God.
Yeah.
That one might still not go, but we'll see. Oh, Green Bay don't need a timeout here. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off, LaFleur. Wizard of War says time for some hooker experience. I mean, if you're still here, maybe, but it's Kyle Allen, my friend. My Mark says this is the worst game since the Ravens, in my opinion. Potentially. John Wallace House says thanks for all your lads do deserve more from the team you put so much into. Look, this is game 1, and we've won the division the last 2 years. I am grateful that we do not have the regime that was previously here. It hasn't suddenly ended today. Second and 4, 5:54 to go. Run up the middle. Good tackle by Campbell. Gain of 1.5. 3rd down and 2. Adam Gilchrist says, hey guys, how's it going? First time we've really shut up against you guys in recent years, but yes, early in the season I feel like it's going to be a close run race for the North and the 1 seed. I do think that after today, the Lions have to really check their ambitions. This is a bit of a humbling loss. Like I said, it's not over, but I do think, the ideas of maybe getting 13, 14 wins is insane now. And maybe, you look at trying to get 10 or 11 at this point because we're clearly not as good as we might have been. Plenty of times to turn this around as Love hands it off. Jacobs tries to find the gap. Lions bottle him up. No gain. 4th down and 2. Field goal unit probably coming out now.
So that's the thing. Like, the stuff that's going wrong isn't like a deficiency of talent stuff. It's execution.
Yeah.
It's play calling in some ways. Like, obviously, we'll wait to the end of the game and everything's like sort of tracked. But I won't be surprised when we come back tomorrow to break the game down. We look and Goff's A dot is going to be less than 5.
Oh, yeah.
That's not winning football.
Bad snap, bad hold, but gets it through just across the inside of the left upright. 4:22 to go. It's a 21-point game. it's a disjointed performance because we've looked good in patches. We haven't looked good throughout the whole game. And I tell you what, you can look bad for half a quarter or even a quarter, but where you're bad sporadically to the point where they can continue to move the ball or key plays don't go your way, you're not going to win games. It's fairly simple. Like, defensive play calling, not fantastic, but when we started to gain momentum at the start of the second half, we were putting Love under massive pressure. It only lasted for 2 drives, 10 minutes of playtime. The fact that we've absolutely smacked them on time of possession it highlights the fact that we haven't been terrible in this game, but it's just a shame. Grant Stewart is annoyed he didn't get a chance to return the ball there. That is the problem. TJ says very sporadic. It is. In fits and bursts. When they were good, they took field goals. And when they were bad, picks or picks given back on defense. Goff, dropped by Raymond for a deep ball thrown over a defender. Just could have been a pick for Quay Walker. Instead, dropped by Khalif Raymond. Just went straight through Quay Walker's hands. Probably wouldn't have been a drop if he didn't fingertip it.
Why is it? But the thing is as well, why is Raymond and Amarai in the same area?
Yeah, Goff from shotgun out to the right-hand side is going to get caught. That's Micah Parsons' first sack. I wish that was the only thing I wanted at the end. For fuck's sake.
Just get fucking rid of it. You're at the fucking tackle box. Just fucking get rid of it. You.
As Ant said in our preview stuff in the preseason, get to the postseason. Just get to the postseason.
Yeah.
Nothing matters about the regular season as long as you get out of the regular season. Adam Gilchrist says if you got the pick, it would be a different game. Absolutely, it would have been a different game. Yeah. The Packers would have got the ball back in a one-score game with momentum against them, for sure. Greg Parris says maybe it's time to play the first string sum in the preseason. I really don't think that makes any difference to this, if I'm honest. 3:26 to go, 3rd and 14 come out of timeout to avoid the delay of game. Goff takes a snap, deeper drop, looking to throw deep, trying to escape upfield, throws it to Sam Laporta, goes out of bounds after a gain of 6. It's going to be 4th down and 8. Lions, of course, are going to go for this.
To go back to the point that we just discussed before the snap, I think a drive or two for the first. Now, having seen what we've looked like, especially on offense in this game, a drive or two for the first team offense just to get some of the stuff down in this game. And I know, obviously, I know I've said time and time again, we won't do it. That's what joint practices are for. But just getting the same way that we dressed Rattledge and all these, just getting through the motions, couple drives, because that might have knocked off a bit of the rust in game situations that you just can't joint practices, and it might have done here as.
Jameson Williams does just get there.
Just get it. I'm not saying obviously play like a full quarter, and because teams won't do that after we've gone down to 3 preseason games, but we did have 4. We had the Hall of Fame game, so why not use a drive or two against the Falcons like we did with Rattledge and Tyleek just to get some working stuff in, like the communication, because yeah, you can practice simulate that in joint practices, but it's different. It's different getting the play calls in a hostile Lambeau in a stadium and it is in joint practices.
Devontae Wyatt got some good penetration there, forced a Goff throw away, but he kind of threw it into the turf. And frankly, I think that was forward motion on the throw. Therefore, it would have been grounding for me. However, it looks like offside on defense. It was offside on Micah Parsons. Yeah. Lined up in the neutral zone. First down and 10. No. Yes. First down and 5, surely. First down and 5. The graphic has it wrong. Goff from midfield. Goff with the throw. Good timing to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gets out of bounds. Oh! Amon-Ra went for a punch. Oh my god. First down and 10 for the Lions. Might as well get your bruises in. That could have been called contact to the head, potentially there. Amon-Ra lucky, I think. Hands to the face. Anyway, 41-yard line in Green Bay as Goff takes a snap, looks to throw, a little bit more time, throws it underneath. At this point, I think the Lions are just looking for some respectability. Second down and 5. Goff going to try and get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. At the 35. Goff asking for it. And gets it. Stunt in the middle, well picked up, thrown over the middle. First down Lions. Gibbs looking to try and give it to a referee, but that'll be the 2-minute warning. San Francisco scored a touchdown. 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. Seattle at the San Francisco 9. Looking for a go-ahead score. Oh, Goff 28 of 34.
Yeah.
Seattle now still second and 5 at the 9. 42 seconds to play. Denver looking to ice the game against Tennessee. They're near midfield, first and 10, up 8. And the Rams are up 4 against Houston, who have the ball at their own 19, first and 10, with just over 4 minutes to play. So all of the other games are within one score. Sam Darnold, 16 of 23 for 150, no touchdowns or picks. They've been productive on the ground. Charbonnet, 12 for 47 and a touchdown. McCaffrey did play. He's 22 for 69 on the ground and 9 for 10 through the air for 73 yards. McCaffrey has 9 catches. Ridiculous. Brock Purdy, 26 to 35, 277, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, though. Jackson Smith and Jigba leads all of the receivers, 9 for 13 for 124 yards through the air. Seattle have fumbled the ball 3 times and lost it twice, 1 for Darnold, 1 for Smith and Jigba. Two minutes to go. We're going to get out of here very swiftly after this game. One, to get some sleep. Ash has a job interview. I've got work too. We'll break all of this down in our recap show, which will be tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern Time. We hope you can make it as we come out of the break. Goff in shotgun at the 30. Can we get some garbage time scores? Goff asking for it and handed off. Gibbs goes out of bounds after a loss of 1. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Greg Parcel, well, at least we got the bad taste of the Commanders out of our mouths.
Yeah.
Let's replace it with something else bad. Many thanks to TJ with a $5 super chat. Says, I know everyone hates Ben Johnson right now, but I'm curious to see what he does against the Vikings tomorrow night. Me too. Interesting game. Here comes Goff with another check down to Sam Laporte, who turns up field and gets himself 10.5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Would love to get another touchdown here, please. They've given him the 1st down. Just keep the streak alive, shall we? Goff takes a snap in hurry up, pumps and then throws it into the ground, targeting Sam Laporte. 2nd down and 10. The Lions lose 2 games in a row for the first time in a long time.
First time in this whole regime.
Don't know whether we'll count it since it's between 2 different seasons, but you know, just change the way you quote it. Haven't lost 2 games in a row in the same season. Goff, 2nd down and 10, 2-step drop, looking to throw over the middle, and it's short of the receiver. And thank God it was, because if it wasn't, that was probably a pick. 3rd down and 10. No point in field goals. Seattle 49ers have gone final. The 49ers turn Seattle away. 17-13. The 49ers take it. Third and 10. 1:25 to go. Goff from shotgun. 3-step drop. Check down over the middle. Gibbs trying to get upfield. Gets himself 7. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Goff and hurry up. Asks for it. And timeout by Green Bay. What's the point? You've won the game.
Rub salt in the wound.
Houston are at the 2-minute warning. The Rams 41 looking for a go-ahead score, down 5, 1st and 10. CJ Stroud with poor figures, but not unlike Goss, actually. 17 of 25 for 171 and a pick. Nick Chubb leads them in rushing, 13 for 60. 4th and 3 for the Lions coming out of the Green Bay timeout. At the 12. At the 13. Takes a snap, slight early. Oh, what a catch!
By Tesla.
They have called it an incomplete pass. Turnover on downs.
1.
2. That's a touchdown. That is absolutely a touchdown. I want to see Tesla get his credit. That's a touchdown. It's under review. The guys on the broadcast are saying it's not a catch. I think he has control.
Yeah, that's a catch.
Fantastic attempt by Tesla. The fact that this is even being looked at is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here comes the call. Tesla touchdown. Isaac Tesla's first NFL catch is a touchdown. He got the second foot down before his bum hits the ground.
Exactly.
When he has two hands on the ball. So it doesn't even be that he has to stick it on the first hand, even though I think it should have been a catch on that alone. But he got the heel down. What a catch. Boy, oh boy, what a catch. PAT is up and good. 55 seconds to go. 14-point game. Wow. You know what? Tesla's going as my featured receiver. 1 of 1 for 30 yards and a touchdown. Why not?
As he should.
Right. Onside kick time, baby. Rams have taken over on downs against the Texans. 14-9, 1:43 to go. Oh, it was a fumble by the Rams. Whoops. Sorry, fumble by Houston. By Ungbawale. Right, here comes Jake Bates with the onside kick attempt. Oh, that's a good effort. Alright, that goes directly out of bounds. They will start from there, and they should just kneel this out. The Lions should just let it go, I think. They're gonna run an offensive play here, aren't they? Because Lions technically don't have to let it go. Yeah, they are. Starting at the Lions 49. Love. Run to the left-hand side. Barnes hauls him down. Lions do not take a timeout. Tough loss. All right, the game is about to go final as the last kneel down goes, so we'll show the final score. The Packers win 27-13. Jordan Love didn't have to do much in the end. 16 for 22 for 188 and 2 touchdowns. The feature throw, 48-yarder to Romeo Dobbs. Josh Jacobs, 19 for 66 and a touchdown. Jaden Reed, 3 of 5 for 45 and a touchdown. Goff, 31 of 39. Very good completion rate, but 225 yards is quite low for that number of completions. 1 touchdown, 1 very costly pick. David Montgomery, 11 for 25, and Isaac Teslar, 1 target, 1 catch, 13 yards and a touchdown. The sole high point, Ash, of a disappointing game.
Yeah, just we've got to take it on the chin and we've got to come back next week better. It's at home. It's against the rival now with Benedict Johnson. We've got to bounce back and be better. We can't let that happen again.
We can't let that happen again. Wise words. We'll be back for the recap show tomorrow. It's never fun in a loss, but we take our medicine like we give it out when we win a game. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Monday evening. For now, let's go Lions, one pride.
One pride.